And do we have a lot to talk about? Do we have a lot to talk about today? Welcome. Make sure you subscribe. This is the most pro Donald Trump MAGA channel on YouTube. Yes. Welcome to the program, one and all. Thanksgiving week, everyone. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. We will be here all week, including Thanksgiving morning and Friday. Black Friday, we'll also be here the day after Thanksgiving. Hopefully, I'm not going to have too much wine with dinner and not too much turkey. I prefer ham over turkey anyway. All right, well, there's so much happening, so much going on. I just discovered new and breaking news just moments ago as well, which we'll get into in just a little bit. But this story was CBS News confirming the Hunter Biden laptop. This is really an amazing development. The Hunter Biden laptop being confirmed by CBS News. I'm going to play some of their report. They confirmed the Hunter Biden laptop 769 days after the New York Post broke the story. So why would they do that? And why is it an important story today? Well, it's pretty simple. We won the House of Representatives. President Trump fired Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House. And there are going to be major, real investigations into the criminal activity of the Biden crime family. And CBS News knows this is coming, so they want to not look like fools and look like a credible news organization, not a news outlet that covers up the news but actually reports the news 769 days late. And, you know, if you're a Democrat or a liberal or even a never-Trumper Republican, low-life person that is, but there are a lot of them out there, and you get your news from the mainstream media, you don't know all the details of the laptop that us MAGA people have known about for years. And I've been telling everyone for quite some time to get Miranda Devine's book on tape, The Laptop from Hell, and it will blow your mind. You know, Joe Biden's children, Hunter and his sister, they are so angry at their dad. They're always doing things to get him jammed up, to get him in trouble. Right? That's why Ashley Biden left the diary at the rehab. That's why Hunter left the laptop at that repair shop. And Hunter Biden did something that when you're doing crime, you're not supposed to do. Okay? And that is record everything in writing electronically on his computer. And because he has everything he does in the cloud, all of his text messages are in his computer that he was texting on his phone, as well as his emails. And there's so many crimes that go on there, including using Joe Biden's credit cards to pay for the prostitutes. That's the least of it. And this is going to be huge. And when these hearings happen, don't let yourself be fooled by these never-Trumper Republican establishment traitors who tell you there's nothing new here. We've known about the laptop for over 2 years. You've known about it, but the world hasn't known about it, right? Democrats haven't known about it. People that don't follow news and politics don't know about it, and they are going to be shocked beyond imagination. So get the popcorn ready. So CBS News, very credible news organization, right? Remember, CBS News were the ones that reported that George W. Bush was AWOL from the Texas Air National Guard, and that was debunked. You guys remember that with Dan Rather? Oh, this was beautiful. So CBS News and the entire liberal media during G.W. Bush's re-election campaign against John Kerry, the climate czar, they were reporting that he was absent without leave from the Texas Air National Guard during the Vietnam War, and was a criminal, and he cannot be commander-in-chief because of this. And this talk went on and on and on. And then Dan Rather, who was the CBS Evening News anchor and his producer, they found his retired commanding officer who had a bunch of documents in his garage, and in one of those documents was the report that he filed. Remember this was CBS News? One of them was the report that he filed when he was G.W. Bush's commanding officer, reporting him absent without leave, AWOL from the Air National Guard. And Dan Rather and CBS News went public with it. They showed the document on television. They showed it to the world. And then people started looking at the font. And the font on this document that showed George W. Bush was AWOL from the Texas Air National Guard had been typed up on a Microsoft Word program. And for you liberals out there, Microsoft Word did not exist in 1970, whatever year it was. I don't remember the exact year offhand. Totally debunked. CBS News, totally destroyed. They've had no credibility since. They fired Dan Rather after that, and they've never regained credibility. It was awesome. So now they're trying to get some credibility on this. They're trying to get ahead of the story. 769 days after the New York Post reported the laptop was Hunter Biden's, they are reporting it. Talk about the late news. The late news used to mean the news came on like at 11 at night. Now it means it comes on 769 days after the fact. Are they going to report on the attack on Pearl Harbor next? Oh, what other breaking stories will be on CBS News? But they know the hearings are coming, and they know that the vast majority of their liberal viewers don't even know about the laptop. All they know is some Russian disinformation thing. And the Republicans in the House actually want to question every one of the intelligence officials who signed that letter saying that they examined the laptop and that it was a Russian disinformation intelligence operation. This is going to be beautiful. We don't let them fool you and think we lost 2 weeks ago. We won the House of Representatives, and major investigations are happening. So listen, this is CBS News. This is beautiful.
Republicans take control of the House. Hunter Biden, the president's son, will be a target for investigations. And that means data from a laptop reported to belong to Biden could be crucial to the investigatory process. CBS News has obtained its data not through a third party or political operative, but directly from the source who told us they provided it to the FBI under subpoena.
Okay, now that's the computer repair shop guy. I love how they're making such a big to-do on how they went to great lengths to make sure that they had an accurate copy of the hard drive.
And we commissioned an independent forensic review to determine its authenticity. Senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge joins us now with what we found. Catherine,
Okay, now, this is an interesting thing. Catherine Herridge, she was at Fox. She was the Fox Pentagon reporter for many years. And there were two ex-Fox News people at CBS News on the air, right? Herridge here and Major Garrett. And I thought they were both conservatives. I didn't know they were liberal hacks.
Interesting. Good morning.
Good morning, Tony. These House Republican investigations are coming, and that could be a challenge for the White House as we head into 2023 and 2024. The laptop data we had analyzed showed no evidence it was faked or tampered with.
Wow, that means everything on it is true. All the crimes that Hunter Biden was committing for his dad and with his dad are all now confirmed to be truthful by CBS News 769 days late.
Digital forensic investigator Mark Lanterman was previously a member of a Secret Service electronic crimes task force.
There was one thing that got my attention, and that was a voicemail.
Dad, I called and told me I love you more than the whole world, pal. I gotta get some help.
That voicemail, apparently from Joe Biden during his son Hunter's drug addiction, is one of many findings Lanterman used to authenticate what is believed to be Hunter Biden's laptop data.
You're confident, based on your analysis, this is Hunter Biden's data and that it's real?
Yes.
This Delaware computer shop is where the laptop's backstory begins.
I mean, this is beautiful. And you know what I like about this? The contents of the laptop is what Miranda Devine's book, Laptop from Hell, is all about. And now we have a liberal news outlet, CBS News. Remember, this is a left-wing media outlet, and it doesn't get more liberal than CBS News on television. You don't think about them as much because they don't have a 24-hour cable channel like like one of the threes. But now we have all of Biden's crimes confirmed by a liberal media outlet. This is beautiful stuff, people. It's confirmed by a liberal media outlet. That's the best. When we can get them to confirm it. And remember, these are not Hunter Biden's crimes. These are the big guy's crimes. Pops, Joe, Corn Pop's buddy, Joe Biden. These are his crimes that are detailed. Hunter was just the money mule, just the front guy that he was using, just the front man that Joe was using to do his crime. This is beautiful. This is a great day. And I'm very excited about this. And you should be too. Our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call no matter where you are listening to us. 1-888-465-2631. Don't forget, Steve Kane and I will be here live Thanksgiving morning, taking your calls, talking about the issues, and we will be live Friday, Black Friday, as well. All right? I know, hey, there's a lot going on. We can't take a day off. There's too much to talk about. We'll take that first break of the hour and be right back.
Don't sit on the sidelines.
Oh, this is exciting stuff, people. This is so exciting. Oh, yes, please be here, guys. There's too much to talk about not to be here live. Where am I? Oh, the New York Post, they're doing victory laps. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you haven't already, please like the video, guys. Liking the video is a great favor that you do for me. It helps me out a lot. Oh, the Black Friday sales have started at MyPillow. They weren't going to start till Thanksgiving, but I'm going to go over them when we get back. Oh, my goodness. Wow, they have Christmas pillows. Look at this. And they're only $19.98, usually $60 with our promo code Kane. Those are the MyPillow Christmas pillows. I know my wife will love those. I'm going to order some of those for her. No, getting ready to come back. It's the last commercial.
Doesn't charge you to balance the tire or mount the tire. They have thousands of used tires in stock too, starting at just $30. Call for a quote right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian.
Yes, it is. Welcome back, one and all. My name is Brian. It's the Steve Kane Show. What a wonderful day today is. Just so much great news. If you're on hold, stand by. Oh, listen to this. This wasn't going to be available until Thanksgiving morning. but they're available now. At MyPillow.com, the Black Friday specials are there. There's a whole bunch of new items available, and some of our favorites at incredible prices. Now, let me tell you, I live in a MyPillow household. I have most of the products, but there's some new ones here that I don't have. And, you know, the two most life-changing MyPillow products that I have is, first of all, the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper. For the Black Friday special, 50% off the MyPillow 3-inch mattress topper. This will change your life. I've had mine for a year and a half, and you will sleep like you've never slept before. You don't need a new mattress. You need a 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper. Get it for your spouse. Then you get the benefit of it too. But it makes a great gift, a 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper, and it comes in a box that is perfect for wrapping. And the Giza Elegance pillows are on Black Friday special. We have the Giza Elegance pillows, and my wife took them to the hospital. They have that patented fill inside, but the cover of them is made of that 100% Giza cotton, which perfectly regulates your body temperature. I have those Giza sheets, and that Giza Elegance pillow, your face and head are just the perfect temperature because of that Giza cotton, and they come with a very fancy lining around them. They're an upgraded MyPillow. The regular price for the Giza Elegance pillows are $69.98. But with our promo code Kane, the Black Friday special, just $24.98 with our promo code Kane. They have Christmas pillows in that are normally $59.98. I'm going to order some of these Christmas pillows for my wife today. My wife can never have enough Christmas pillows for the couch and the chairs and everything in the living room. The Christmas pillows, normally $59.98, just $19.98 with the promo code Kane at checkout. And the MyPillow slippers, they have some new slippers in. In the men's, you know, they come in the slip-ons and the moccasins. In the men's, they have larger and wider sizes, which are new. And in the women's slip-ons, they have, in the slip-ons, they now have pink, which they didn't have before. And there's a new color, it looks like purple to me. I'm not too good with the colors. You know, I'm not colorblind, but it looks like purple. So they got some great new slip-on MyPillow, My Slippers that are normally $139.98 that are just $49.98 with our promo code Kane. I'll talk more today and throughout the rest of the week, but the MyPillow Black Friday specials are there. Take advantage of them with our promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E. Huge savings. You can also order by phone, toll-free, 1-800-716-4879, 1-800-716-4879. Promo code Kane, K-A-N-E. All right, so the New York Post, they're so excited that the laptop that got them, by the way, banned temporarily from Twitter. Remember that when they reported the laptop? Confirmed by liberal CBS News. You know, the laptop was President Trump's October surprise for Biden. And to my knowledge, the laptop, Hunter Biden's laptop, which is a document confirmed by liberal CBS News of Biden's crimes, that is the first October surprise that the Republicans have ever unleashed, to my knowledge. They have October surprises all the time where they slander people and everything. We have one, and boom, the media suppress it, Twitter suppressed it, and now it's confirmed as real. A lot of apologies need to be made to people over that. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Mike from Louisiana.
Hey, Mike.
You're right. Largely discredited CBS, right? Because not only was it the whole thing with the documents with George W. Bush, but they kept even after that, they kept discrediting themselves with different things that they've done. So, yeah, I mean, they're trying to get some credit back. And look, I don't know how conservative or whatever, heritage or whatever.
No, they're liberals. If they're at CBS, they're liberals.
Yeah, they're liberals. So these two people, but they were at Fox, though. They were?
Well, they were. It really shows you, a lot of these people leave Fox and we find out they're liberals. Major Garrett, Catherine Herridge, and there's another guy that was their on-the-road political reporter. He's like 7 feet tall, white guy, cannot remember his name. He's a big liberal jerk. there's a lot of everybody that leaves Fox, they turn out to Allison Camerata at CNN. They turn out to be hardcore liberal, really activists, not reporters.
Megyn Kelly.
Yeah, I wonder how many other closeted liberals are on the air at Fox News Channel.
Right, and that's the thing. Now this was a October surprise, but again, it goes back to what he said, what Bongino has said. It's the drip, drip, drip thing. Oh, we'll get this thing, but we'll drip, drip, drip it out, and then years down the line we'll call it old news.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's 769 days old, but it's still relevant because we're going to have the hearings on it coming up.
Yeah, and apparently, if we're to trust what the Judas of Mar-a-Lago has said, he's going to turn the Republicans loose and let them go after these people with this thing, you know?
Mm-hmm. You know, speaking of Bongino, I talked about this on my last podcast episode. You guys who listen to my podcast, the Brian Craig Show podcast, Dan Bongino has made it to my list of people that are backstabbing Trump. And if you, Dan Bongino, I listened to his show the day, I listened to it over the weekend. I was doing some work on the house, and I was listening to his show the day after Trump's announcement, and he was walking back his Trump support. He said it's going to be a heated primary, and no matter who your candidate is, you're going to feel comfortable listening to him because he's going to do fair and balanced analysis of all those candidates that are going to be running against Trump and Trump. And he of course, he works for Fox News, Bongino, and he would probably deny this because he said he still supports Trump. But he was walking back his Trump support last week, Dan Bongino. The Murdoch family got to him.
Yeah, that's sad to say because I do like him, you know.
I like him too, and I understand the pressures these guys are under. You know, Sean Hannity, he carried the announcement. And, you know, I was telling people, Sean Hannity's doing good stuff. You know, people were giving him a hard time for interviewing Pence. And I told you, he made a bargain with Fox. I want to have the Trump announcement live on my show at 9 o'clock. And they didn't want to do it. He says, listen, I'll interview Pence the night before and give him a friendly interview if you let me do this. That's what Hannity did. So Hannity's doing, you know, he's doing good stuff over there. But Dan Bongino walking back his Trump support.
Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens if he actually lives up to what he said, fair and balanced and all that stuff with all the rest of it. I mean, to me, I don't know. After they invaded Mar-a-Lago, I don't know if there's anybody that's going to be able to beat him beat Trump in a primary.
Oh no, there's new polls out. No, he's yeah. They're going to try, but it's not going to work. Hey, Mike in Louisiana, thanks for the call. Listen, there's one opening on the board where Mike in Louisiana, I just let him go. So if you're on hold, stand by. We'll go to the calls after the break. Yeah, I know it's. Dan Bongino did not seem comfortable with it like Candace Owens was. She couldn't wait to trash Trump. Dan Bongino's under a lot of pressure. And I like Dan Bongino, but he still said what he said. So he's on my list that I have. And I really do have a list. I have a list here of people who have backstabbed Trump since his announcement. It's the Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. 888-GO-KANE-1's the number. 888-465-2631. Back right after this. Since his announcement. It's the Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. 888-GO-KANE-1's the number. 888-465-2631. Back right after this. Well, Gene, I take calls live on the air. You can call me out on the air. We'll talk. I don't want to be right. I'll take him off the list if he's deserving.
Can I help you?
She's supporting whoever Ben Shapiro tells her to support. She's under his control. I told you guys, Candace Owens going to work for Ben Shapiro was not a good idea.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're off to an awesome start on this Tuesday. It's going to be unsettled again.
Really? Well, I don't listen to a lot of shows. I talk about this. I don't listen to a lot of other shows because I don't want their content and opinions to influence what I do. you know. But I was listening to him when I was working on. I was cleaning the back porch.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community.
No, I'm serious. This is the list. Candace Owens, Kristi Noem, Corey Lewandowski, Winsome Sears, Mark Esper, who was Trump's defense secretary, Brian Kilmeade, and I have Dan Bongino on it, too. In fact, I've got this book that I carry around with me everywhere, like my notes, what I, appointments and stuff. I should maybe start writing their names. I'll start on the last page, because there's going to be so many names added, and I'll carry it around with me everywhere I go. Now, let me do that. Because this here I leave in the studio. No, Hannity, I'm not going to put Hannity on the list. Okay. I'm going to put it on I'm going to go on the last page. So, Candace Owens. Let's see. Ah, someone took my pencils. Okay. All right, Candace Owens. Kristi Noem. These are the people that have betrayed Trump since his announcement. Okay, I'm just adding, since the election, since the midterms. Corey Lewandowski. Winsome Sears. Mark Esper. Brian Kilmeade. And I'm going to put Dan Bongino there. And I'm open to be corrected on Bongino, but I heard what it's his podcast the day after Trump's announcement. Okay. And I carry this book around with me everywhere. That's right. Pompeo, no, I'm talking about people that have come out since the midterms. Pompeo was always against him, so these are new people. I'm not putting a list of all the Trump haters in here. This is since the election. Well, I got to hear them. I'm not going to take people's word. I got to hear them. Yeah, so no, I'm not going to put Pompeo in there. Not yet, but that's my book. Mm-hmm. Well, he's under a lot of pressure. He's on Fox. He's got the show, plus he's a paid contributor. No, it's just a list of people who are fake MAGA that we got to keep our eye on and not trust them, because what's going to happen, when Trump is way ahead and everything else, these people are going to jump on the Trump train and act like they're big supporters of Trump's. So we're going to go back and remember what they did. Let me see. Oh, I'm going to go to the phones when we get back. See, you know, President Trump getting all these followers on Twitter in a day, a lot of these people, I'm sure they're regretting. Right? All right, here we go.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show, celebrating 45 years on the air.
All right, yes, we are back. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. It is Tuesday, and just a reminder, Steve and I will be here all week long, including Thanksgiving and Black Friday, okay? That's right. Our number 1-888-GO-KANE 1, 888-465-2631. Don't forget, call Sloman's and let them tell you how you can get a free doorbell camera. And that's like a $500 value. Did you guys know that? Yeah. It'll change your life. You'll know who's at your door all the time. You can talk to people at the door even if you're not home, or, you know, if you're in the other room and you don't want to be bothered to answer the door. It's really amazing. And, of course, it's connected to your security system. Everything is recorded. There's night vision. Yeah. You know, you can know who's at your door when you're not even there. You know, when I first got interested in one of these, a buddy of mine in my neighborhood, I was out walking the dog, and someone knocked on a friend of mine's door, and they didn't answer because they weren't home. And then they said, hey, is so-and-so home? And I said, no. You know, and they said, well, my name is whatever it was. Can you tell them I stopped by? And I saw them like a day or two later, and I forgot the guy's name. And I said, yeah, I said, the other day some guy came by your house looking for you. And he said, what was his name? I said, you know what, I forgot. He says, don't worry, I got the doorbell camera. I'll just pull up the video and see who it was. Isn't that amazing? It's a pretty convenient thing. And you can get one for free. Give them a call, toll free, 833-283-5050. 833-283-5050. No matter where you're listening to us, by the way, give them a call. 833-283-5050. All right, so CBS, liberal CBS News, confirming Biden's crimes in the laptop of Hunter's. What a great day. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hey, Maria.
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. I mean, Biden, his crimes have been confirmed by CBS News. It doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, I watched the whole interview that she was having. The lady that used to be on Fox News. She was doing the interview. I think I watched it on Rumble because she has an account on Rumble.
Mm.
And she was talking all the evidence that, you know, Republicans supposed to, you know, address and bring out the truth. Well, she did do the interview. The interview was okay. But at the end, she had Joe Biden's son lawyer, and he said if the Republicans don't come out with a smoking gun, this would be another burger, or it would be late news or old news. And she was saying, so after the interview was over, she was like, yeah, this could be a problem for the Republicans if they don't have the smoking gun. And I was like,
oh, it's called the laptop, and there's many copies of it, and it's been confirmed by liberal CBS News. And it not only details Joe. People got to remember, these are not Hunter's crimes. He's just the front man for the big guy, Joe. These are Joe Biden's crimes that are detailed on the laptop.
Right, and this is what she was saying. She was saying the evidence does not support Joe Biden was involved. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh, please.
Like,
who said this? Who said this?
I guess the lady that used to be on Fox News.
Catherine Herridge.
She did the CBS interview. If you go on the page, I guess you...
Yeah, I saw it. I watched the whole... I got more of it I'm going to play, but I saw the whole thing. Yeah, I missed that part, though.
Yeah, in the first part, she was saying all the evidence pointed, all the evidence are factual, they are true. But when it came down to whoever she had in the fight around at the end, I guess it was a lawyer or somebody, and he was saying if the Republicans don't have a smoking gun, which he's saying they really don't have a smoking gun.
Oh, right. But the laptop's all real, they said. So that's all the evidence we need.
Exactly. That's what I was saying, too. But I was just, going through and looking and see what all they was going to say. And I watched the whole thing and to the end. And then after she got through interviewing that lawyer, before she got off, she said that it doesn't look like it's enough to point Joe Biden.
Oh, please. Give me a break. Yeah.
I broke and I laughed. I said, are you kidding me?
Exactly. Who else is the big guy? Corn Pop?
Exactly.
All right, Maria. Take care. Thanks for the call. Yeah, let me play a little bit more of this, and we'll take some more calls. This is CBS's confirmation that everything on the laptop is real.
Email, apparently from Joe Biden during his son Hunter's drug addiction, is one of many findings Lanterman used to authenticate what is believed to be Hunter Biden's laptop data. You're confident, based on your analysis, this is Hunter Biden's data and that it's real?
Yes.
This Delaware computer shop is where the laptop's backstory begins. Their records indicate in April 2019, Hunter Biden took his laptop in for repair, but never paid. After 90 days, the store considered it abandoned. Then in December 2019, the FBI subpoenaed the store's owner to turn over the computer and a portable drive of its data.
Whatever happened to Hunter?
During the 2020 election, versions were widely shared by Republican operatives, including Rudy Giuliani.
We have the entire hard drive.
But questions were raised about whether additional files were added to those versions. Then candidate Biden labeled the laptop controversy disinformation.
What he's accusing me of is a Russian plant.
CBS News approached the lawyer for the computer repair shop owner to cut through the noise.
We've always had one clean copy.
And obtained a copy of what he says they provided the FBI under subpoena. Then we went to Minneapolis for an independent analysis. Were you paid by CBS or anyone else to analyze the data?
No. I wouldn't want anyone to think that someone bought our opinion.
Around the corner, it'll lead you to what we call our imaging room.
Lanterman and his son Sean, both digital forensic experts, recovered images of credit cards, a driver's license, social security number.
Just the sheer volume of what we're dealing with, it would be difficult, if not impossible, to fabricate.
And explained how files built up over years.
It accumulated over time, which is consistent with normal, everyday use of a computer.
There's some reporting about folders being added.
We have read these articles. We don't see that.
Wow. So even CBS is saying nothing has been added. This is the way it was when Hunter left it at the repair shop to expose his father. Who gets Macs repaired like this? No one does, especially a rich guy like Hunter. What a glorious day. Oh, man. Great present for Joe Biden's birthday. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. It's Andrea.
Hey, Andrea.
So I think this is two things. Truly two things. Number one, I think it is mainstream media's last breath because they are dying. People don't believe them anymore, and people should not believe them anymore. And the other thing I think it is a big distraction because you know what you're not hearing about anymore? You're not hearing about the FTX Democrats.
No. It's not a distraction. There's multiples. Not everything's a distraction. And don't worry about FTX. I'll get to that later. There's more on that. This is not a distraction. The hearings, the Republicans are already setting up their hearings and have said that they're going to call to testify under oath to the House committee the 50 intelligence officials that signed that letter saying the laptop was fake and was Russian disinformation, and they analyzed it. So, no, this is CBS trying to look like a real news organization and getting ahead of the hearings like, well, they don't want to be embarrassed. No, this is not a distraction from FTX. Don't worry about that. That hasn't gone anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sometimes people aren't interested in this story or that story. They're interested in this other story. So anything else is a distraction. I get it. To me, the World Cup is a distraction. People watch the World Cup. I'm not interested in the World Cup, but a lot of people like Elon Musk and Steve Kane are. So no, I'm not into the, that to me, that's a distraction, not this. The Mad Pirate.
Well, I can't.
I'm not sure what kind of currency that is, but thank you for that super chat. 225. What's ARS?
All I'm saying is,
it's a plan of the DNC to make Biden not go for re-election. Maybe. Don't you worry. We're here every day. We got plenty of time to focus on different days, on different scandals. All right, take care, take care. Now, why do you think we're here on Thanksgiving and Black Friday? We're fully focused. Good morning, you're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Good morning.
Oh, Brian.
Hey, Nick in Baltimore. How you doing?
Yeah, I didn't hear the clip over. I wanted to mention something. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh, yes.
I wanted to mention I'm glad you guys are going to be here too. I wanted to mention something. You talk about people who switch and have turned against Trump.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to note. Michael Savage a few weeks ago announced he was coming back to radio, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
And yeah, a few weeks ago he said it on the air, and then he's at Newsmax just about every night, and all of a sudden, he turns. So well, it's time.
Oh, you think he made a deal to get back on radio to trash Trump?
Well, something's going on, yeah.
Nick, I'm up against the break. Do you want to hold on, or was that it?
No, well, hold on.
Okay, I'll put Nick on hold. I don't put people on hold too much. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Nick, I'm up against the break. Do you want to hold on, or was that it?
No, well, hold on.
Okay, I'll put Nick on hold. I don't put people on hold too much. We'll be right back.
The cold, hard truth. Delivered morning 6 to 9 right here on The Steve Kane Show on Oldies 95.3.
Oh, 225 Argentine pesos. Well, thank you, Mad Pirate, for those pesos.
When you're Christmas shopping, there's no better place to go than MyPillow.com. And with our promo code KANE at checkout, KANE, you will find the lowest prices ever on top MyPillow products. Right now, order your MyPillow My Slippers for $90 off in all sizes and colors for both men and women. The MyPillow that started it all is just $19.98. The 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper is 50% off. The MyPillow pet bed is 50% off too. There's also incredible savings on the 6-piece MyPillow towel set, the 100% Giza cotton dream.
That's pretty cool. We got people watching and listening in Argentina. That's crazy. I once did sound. I ran sound on a production by it's crazy, but I ran the sound on the production of a stage production of Evita. The musical Evita. I did the sound on the a musical stage production of Evita, put on by the Theater of the Deaf. Can you believe? It was crazy. Yeah. It was very strange. But I did it. Yeah, I know that musical by heart because I had weeks of rehearsal and then all the shows. It was a long time ago. Nick from Baltimore is a good caller. No, he's always got information. I did not know that Savage was returning to radio.
Staples has you covered with personalized holiday cards and invites. And now save 40% on custom holiday cards and invitations. For everything you need printed, go to Staples, the working and learning store. In-store and online, ends 12/17. Exclusions and restrictions apply.
What's the best product I bought this year? Oh, that's easy. Salon Plus pain relieving patches. The proven medicines in Salon Plus patches reduce my pain and let me do the things I need to do every day.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salon Plus reported improved sleep, mood, and the ability to work. They had less pain and were able to reduce their use of oral pain medications.
For pain, I use Salon Plus. It's good medicine.
You're not a sound mechanic. You probably don't think they exist, but one does.
Oh, well, there's only one opening on the board.
Never do a repair on your vehicle that your vehicle doesn't need. He works on all makes and models. Old, classic cars, even hybrids. Champagne Automotive Repair is the official mechanic of the Steve Kane Show. Call 561-245-8101. 561-245-8101.
I should be the one nationally syndicated, me and Steve, not Savage. I think I'm much better than Savage, if I say so myself. I mean, I'm not. That's not saying a lot, though. Oh man, we are back. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. Nick in Baltimore held him over through the break. I don't do that too much, but good. That's a rare honor. So I forgot where we were, Nick.
I appreciate you doing that. We were talking about talk show hosts like Michael Savage and Dan Bongino. It's interesting to note that these people have interviewed Trump, right, on their programs, and they all of a sudden are turning the other way. You know, I can't figure that out. I mean, I think I know why, but, you know, I think it's just...
Well, it's pressure from the establishment. You know, Bongino was really playing both sides. And you go listen to Bongino's show the day after Trump's announcement is where I heard this. And, you know, he's playing both sides. He wasn't as out as Candace Owens, but he works at Fox, and they've put pressure. But, you know, these guys got to really be wondering, did I do this too soon after Trump's return to Twitter with over 87 million followers in a day?
Right. Well, but that was before he returned to Twitter.
Mm-hmm. All these people did this before he returned to Twitter. I haven't heard anyone come out against Trump that's new doing it since he came back to Twitter.
Mm-hmm. And it's very disappointing too, but you know, it's typical. So
it is disappointing.
Other talk show hosts have done that too, but you know, you guys have been pretty straight ahead.
I'm with Trump for life, man. I'm MAGA for life. You will never hear me be critical of Donald Trump. I will never disagree with Donald Trump. I'll never criticize Donald Trump. That, you know, this movement is bigger than the Republican Party.
Yeah, and I think you just hit the nail on the head though with the establishment, and it could be the establishment putting pressure on a lot of these guys.
It happens.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
Right.
Yeah. All right, Nick in Baltimore, always good content. Thanks for the call. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. Jeff from Maine.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, what about the corruption in all facets of government? And we know the FBI because of the evidence they had against.
Yeah. Oh no, we've got a completely uncorrupted justice system. You know this special counsel that's investigating Trump that Merrick Garland appointed? Do you know he's very fair and non-biased? His wife, this is the special prosecutor that Merrick Garland appointed to investigate President Trump on Friday. His wife was one of the producers of the Michelle Obama documentary.
Yes, I did know.
I mean, my goodness, it doesn't get more fair than that.
Well,
Friends of Michelle Obama investigating Donald Trump. How does it get me out?
This corruption goes all the way back, I think, through the Obamas. But Biden was vice president, and what was with him then that's with him now? His Secret Service. There's people in the Secret Service that know.
All right. You can't get Jeff. Oh, never knows. He doesn't. Jeff has no boundaries. No boundaries. But before he broke any and busted boundaries, I have to let him go. Sorry, Jeff, but come on. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Jeff's a good caller, but he just, this isn't your living room, all right? You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Once. Twice. All right, that's it for you. Our number 1-888-GO-CANE-1. Do I have to start screening today? I hope not. I don't want to screen. It's a holiday week. Oh, man. So this is so wonderful. I love how they keep telling us we lost in the midterms when we have them running out of fear of the laptop. So let me read this. New York Post reporting on this. This is great stuff. CBS News says Monday it confirmed the authenticity of the data from Hunter Biden's former laptop. So it's no longer his laptop, it's his former laptop. More than 2 years after the New York Post first revealed its contents. As the first son's lawyer complained, he didn't consent to the release. Yeah. He left it there. He abandoned the laptop. The laptop links Biden to his son Hunter and brother and Hunter's uncle Jim Biden's foreign influence peddling. But high-ranking former spy agency officials claimed that it was Russian disinformation. And that's why Twitter and Facebook censored it. Most news outlets ignored the laptop's contents until recently. CBS's report follows a belated verification of the laptop in March by the Washington Post and even the New York Times. Oh, this is just a great day. It really is. It really is. You know, the thing about Joe Biden, when you go through Miranda Devine's book, Laptop from Hell, he's been a criminal his entire life. Been a criminal his whole life. He's been a criminal so long, he doesn't even know he's a criminal. He thinks this is just how life is. It's really sick. He is, really, Joe Biden is criminally insane. He doesn't even know he's a criminal. And because he's a Democrat, there was never any accountability, so they've left all this evidence all around. But people let him get away with this. I remember when Joe Biden would do and say stupid things, racist things, bigoted things. People say, oh, that's just Joe. That's how they, he's from Scranton. That's how they talk and all this stuff. And people let him do what it is he did when he was a senator or vice president. But now, he's the big guy. And there's accountability. And I'll tell you something. You know, there's two reasons why CBS is doing this. One is because they don't want to look like fools because of the House hearings that are going to expose this, and it's going to be huge, and it's going to be beautiful, it's going to be glorious and fun to watch these hearings. No doubt about it. But the other reason is the Democrats want Biden to not run in 2024. And what they're doing is that they're threatening Biden with the exposing of his entire family. Not just Hunter, but his brother and his sister too. You know, Biden's sister, she runs all his campaigns. And that's what they're going to try to use to get him not to run. I don't think it'll work because Joe Biden has never had to deal with a consequence for anything in his life. He doesn't think there are consequences. He doesn't think he's done anything wrong. This is what everyone does in Washington. This is really what the Clintons found themselves in particular Hillary. Hillary Clinton just couldn't understand why people were going after her with the Clinton Foundation, because this is just how things are done in Washington. Everyone's got some angle. Everyone's got some profiteering business going on with their office. Why are they picking on her? And that's kind of how Joe is. So this isn't going to get Joe to not announce he's running. When people have that kind of position as the Bidens, that's not something they walk away from. So he is going to run for re-election. Even if he didn't want to, Jill Biden, who cannot walk in high heels. My goodness, Caitlyn Jenner walks better in high heels than Jill Biden. You guys ever see her walk? Yeah, you watch these drag shows that the liberals are putting on for children. They walk in high heels fine, but Jill Biden cannot walk in heels. I don't know why. She's been doing it for a lot longer than Caitlyn Jenner and these drag queens. But anyway, regardless of that, Jill Biden is not going to allow her husband not to run. She loves being first lady. Nothing they do will get the Bidens to not run. So get used to it. This is what you got, Democrats. Good morning. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian. It's Jay, truck driver.
Hey, Jay. What's up?
Hey, did you, I'm looking at it right now. Did you check out Matt Gaetz' Twitter and what he broke?
I did not check out Matt Gaetz' Twitter. I did not. What's he got on there? I'll look at it.
FTX and SBF.
Well, that's amazing because, I talked about that yesterday. I talked about that on the show yesterday. Yeah. Kevin McCarthy has been exposed. It was first reported in the Gateway Pundit on Sunday. Kevin McCarthy was using the FTX crypto money to support Madison Cawthorn's opponent. And that's why Kevin McCarthy is out there acting like all MAGA, taking Ilhan Omar off committees and acting all butch because he wants to act like he's one of us because this FTX crypto scandal. You know, there are a handful of Republicans wrapped up in the FTX scandal. What they all have in common is they're all never Trumper Republicans. And Kevin McCarthy's the leader of the pack, yeah.
You know, with McConnell now, how, he said the other day he had the votes and all that, right? So we can't, once January comes and the new MAGA, Republicans get in, they can't have a vote or something like that? Or, can they...
A vote for what?
Sure. Well, to remove McConnell to put like new leadership in.
I don't know how the Senate works, but the Speaker's vote is going to be the new Republicans come in. If it's not January 3rd, right around there. I think January 3rd is the day. But the first week in January, the new Congress comes in. And there'll be a vote for Speaker then. And Kevin McCarthy does not have it locked up. So far as McConnell in the Senate, I don't know. The Senate got their own rules. I'm not sure how all that works. But, So, Matt Gaetz is right. Yeah. McCarthy was using the FTX crypto money against Madison Cawthorn. Yes.
Unbelievable. Hey, how about Kerry Lake, Arizona?
Not yet. Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah, I know. That's a good one. I know. Hey, thanks for the call. Now, I want to tell you guys about our fence and gate repair experts, EET Services. They did an incredible job repairing Steve's gate and repairing Steve's fence. And it matches that he had to get an area of his fence replaced. It matches the rest of the fence. You would not even know that it was not a part of the original fence, which is what you want, right? Pretty cool. It is. EET Services, they do repairs. Now, if you don't need a repair, they'll give you a new gate too. They'll install a new fence if that's what you need. But if you just need a repair on your gate, whether it's residential or commercial, or like a big HOA or something, or a fence, they can do all that too. But they are the only company I know of that does repairs. They're family owned and operated, licensed and insured, been in business for 20 years. They'll beat any competitor's price too. So if you got an estimate on new gate or a fence from someone, they will beat it. And no job is too small. There is not a minimum charge like other companies have, and they give free estimates. Here's their number. Give them a call, 561-255-1170. 561-255-1170. EET Services, 561-255-1170. Call us on hold, stand by. We're going to take our top of the hour break. We'll come back with much more. There's a lot to talk about on the program today and your calls. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. We'll take that break and be back right after this. We'll come back with much more. There's a lot to talk about on the program today and your calls. Oh, how exciting, huh? I'm excited. You guys excited? The laptop is the gift that keeps on giving, isn't it? Absolutely. It doesn't get better than the laptop. What's great about the laptop is the source is Hunter Biden himself, right? Steve Kane Show. Hey, hold on. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. Oh, yes. Hey, guys in the chat room, let me know where you all are located. What city or state or country? I'm curious because we got that super chat from Argentina. Well, thank you, Stealth Mode. Steve Kane Show. Hey, Doug on. Oh, doesn't get better than this. When you have, this isn't like witnesses, right? This is Hunter Biden documenting everything. And it's correspondence between him and Joe and everybody else. It's amazing. I mean, it's evidence that you can't question because it's the source. The laptop is like Hunter's confession. Cape Cod, Florida. Well, I'm in Florida. North Carolina. Sydney, Australia. I haven't told you guys, I have some commercials that are running on the radio in Australia. I don't know what cities or what stations or anything. I guess, like in America, it'd be like people with accents. And Australia, they like people with American accents, I guess. Well, first time here, well, welcome. You will love this channel. This is where MAGA comes to talk. I'm on 6 radio stations. It's a morning radio show, and I live stream here on YouTube when we're on the radio in the morning. I vlog here, upload my podcast here. Yeah. Love that night. What a great day. You know, the laptop, you know, what's going to happen, you're going to get a lot of establishment Republicans who want to, you know, defend and distract. And they're going to tell you, Brisbane, Australia, they're going to tell you that, oh, this is the old news. You know, it's over 2 years old. Who cares? It is not old news if you are someone who doesn't follow politics or you're a liberal. Jupiter. That's Jupiter, Florida. That's where Don Jr. lives. And Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski, too. Puerto Rico. I'm going to be in Puerto Rico on our cruise. January 28th, our first stop out of Florida is San Juan, Puerto Rico, my favorite spot in the Caribbean. That's right. Oh, that's for sure. All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. It is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. We're celebrating liberal CBS News confirming the Hunter Biden laptop, which is amazing. And, you know, this is the thing about the laptop that makes it so beautiful. This isn't a witness whose word you're taking. This is documented evidence written by Hunter Biden himself and his brother and his uncle and his dad and whoever else. It is what it is. These things that come off the laptop are actually written confessions from the Biden crime family. So it's a beautiful day. Oh, yes. It's a beautiful day, no doubt. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian. It's Jeff from Coral Springs.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Brian. You just brought up an interesting thing about Kevin McCarthy and this FTX. I would think that the Republicans could discourage him from trying to be Speaker because it would be embarrassing for them to have him as Speaker if they're going to have hearings about FTX and how he took money from him.
Correct. In fact, you know, I think what we're going to find is, because we found out about two little things going on here, right? We found out that the Democrats were laundering money and financed their entire campaign with Ukraine funding through FTX. And now we find out that Kevin McCarthy was using FTX money against political enemies, Madison Cawthorn, who's a good guy who did some weird things, but, you know, give him a break. He's had a rough life. He's a good-looking guy, confined to a wheelchair, okay? I know he gets a little wild and freaky, but come on, you know? I give the guy a pass. But anyway, Kevin McCarthy is in some trouble, and when these hearings happen, I think you make a good point. He very well could be involved in some criminal activity with FTX. It's possible.
Yeah. And somebody like Jim Jordan or Louis Gohmert could talk to him and say, hey, you know, we're going to be doing this, and if you're Speaker, you kind of screw the whole thing up.
That's right.
So that's all I got for you.
All right, well, I appreciate it. All right, from Coral Springs. Good morning, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Conservative Doug.
Oh, hey, Doug, what's up?
You just mentioned FTX. Well, turns out Coindex is no better than FTX. Coindex, I just find out, got hacked, and then when all the money was stolen out of people's accounts, they're refusing to give any of the money back because they said we're not responsible. These people with the...
Well, I think what we're going to find is, you know, crypto is probably a big money laundering operation. We've all suspected this for a long time because there's no value in it. And I think what we're going to find is crypto was probably created by the deep state so that, like, the CIA and others could pay for things and everything else, and nobody would know about it. I think the whole crypto business is a whole money laundering operation.
A lot of people made a lot of money, but a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money now. And now, if you get your money stolen, you're screwed.
Now I wasn't sure about. I talked about this yesterday. Are you the guy that text messaged me over the weekend that real men don't admit they like the Carpenters?
Yes, that's correct. I was giving you a hard time.
I mean, shouldn't you be a little more comfortable, Doug, with your masculinity? What kind of music do real men admit that they like? What would be manly?
Well, anything but the Carpenters or Boy George or
Boy George. Are you Culture Club? I can't like Culture Club. Boy George, Karma Chameleon? Come on. Are you saying that you can't like music that's performed by gays? What are you saying?
No, I'm just saying, no, I think if you have, like Queen, that great music, Queen, great music, but you don't say, well, normally, most guys I've ever talked to, I never heard anybody say, we like the Carpenters, we like, oh, Boy George, oh, well, Barry Manilow.
No, I don't like Barry Manilow. That Barry Manilow I don't care for. But I do like Culture Club, which is Boy George's band. And is it okay to like Queen?
Queen is great. Great.
Okay. I had no idea Freddie Mercury was gay until he died of AIDS. I don't know if he was out. If people weren't really out back then, so I don't know. I thought they were named Queen because the Queen of England. Maybe they are, but maybe it was. I don't know. So you don't. So let me ask you. You don't like the Carpenters, or you just don't admit it because you think people will think you're gay? What is it?
I just put it this way. I've heard the Carpenters. They're pretty talented, but it's not something that I would say. Oh, the Carpenters. It's something like Put it this way. If there was a concert, I wouldn't go to see Carpenter.
Are you kidding? I would love to see it. Karen Carpenter's been dead for like how many years? 40 years? That would be if she came back from the dead. How could you not go see a concert with a ghost?
Sure. I was just giving you a hard time because you gave me a hard time.
What other like popular musical acts can real men not admit that they like? You can't admit you like the Carpenters, Boy George and Culture Club, Barry Manilow. I don't like. Are there anyone else that we're not allowed to publicly admit that we like? People might think we're gay.
Well, let's say what's his name? Wham. There's another one.
Wham? Give me a break. George Michael? Why can't someone like Wham? George Michael and Wham. Are you kidding me? Why not? I'm starting to think you just don't like music by gays, and Queen you give a pass to because Freddie Mercury was the only gay guy in the group. What about Elton John? What about Elton John?
Great. Elton John, great.
Okay, it's okay to admit you like Elton John. Really, Candle in the Wind is one of your favorite songs? You like Candle in the Wind? About Marilyn Monroe?
Yeah, he makes good songs, no doubt.
Any other musical acts that real men don't admit that they're fans of? Wham, Culture Club, the Carpenters?
Not that I can think of right now, but it has nothing to do with being gay.
Well, if you think of any others, let me know. I like a lot of music, but some music I like, you might be surprised. Okay, like I'll admit to another one. These are not the only people I like, but I'll admit to another one that you might have a problem with. I like Burt Bacharach. You like Burt Bacharach's music, or is that too effeminate too?
No, that's fine.
That's fine. Okay, Mint Doug's seal of approval.
But certain bands most guys don't talk about. Put it that way.
Most guys don't talk about certain bands. I don't really talk about music too much. But it's a holiday week, and it's I'm being a little light here. I love music. I listen to music more than you realize. I listen to all kinds of stuff. I have my favorite. What about? Can you think of any others? Any other musical acts that are popular that real straight men don't admit to liking?
I can't think of it right now, but if I do, I'll let you know, man.
Okay, call me back when you think of some others. Let me know. Make a list. Oh man, I think Doug needs to become a little more secure with his masculinity. He's afraid people are going to think he's gay. All right, 1-888 go Kane 1. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Carlos from Hollywood.
Hey, Carlos.
Greg. I suggest that we all call our senator from Florida, Rick Scott, who already said that he was interested in running for the position of Speaker and that he had already 10 senators backing him up. So we have the power of the phone, call the Senate, and tell the Honorable Rick Scott to run for Speaker, and he will win.
What's the wrong house? You mean Senate leader? Yeah, I would love Rick Scott to be the Senate leader. I don't know enough about the rules of the Senate, so I don't know if that's settled or if they're going to vote again. If they can vote again, when everything is settled, I don't know. But Mitch McConnell, he should not be the leader in the Senate. He works for China. Everybody knows this.
Correct. That's what I meant.
All right, take care, Carlos. I appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. 1-888-COCAINE-1 is our number. 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. Now, if you're suffering from pain, you don't have to. You really don't. Go and talk to Dr. Philip Appleton about laser away pain. It works. He's rid me of pain twice. My knee. Over 2 months ago, he rid me of years of knee pain. And about 2.5 weeks ago, he rid me of my arthritis pain in my finger. The laser away pain system works on all kinds of pain, not just arthritis, not just on knee pain, any joint, bursitis, strains and sprains, work injuries, sports injuries, fibromyalgia, sciatica, spinal stenosis, herniated disc, rotary tears, and a bunch of stuff I can't even pronounce. And it's always a free consultation with Dr. Appleton. He's open 6 days a week. You can find him online at AppletonChiro.com or give him a call, 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. Back after this. AppletonChiro.com or give him a call, 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. Back after this.
Wake up and smell the truth. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Morning 6 to 9.
Doug was mad at me because I took a jab at him. So he sent me this very long text message, and the thing about the Carpenters was just the end of it. I didn't read the rest, but I took a jab at him.
Dozens of specialty sauces that will make your mouth water. Wings Plus, located in Coral Springs, a mile west of University on the south side of Sample Road.
Hi, this is Debbie Klatzoff, president and owner of I Will Advisors. We are your Medicare experts. It is that time
If you're new, make sure you subscribe, and everyone like the video. All right? Make sure you like the video.
And this is the only time of the year that you can make a change to your existing Medicare health plan or prescription drug plan. 2023 has some exciting new things in store. There are talks of decreases in your Medicare Part B premiums and changes coming to Medicare Advantage plans and standalone drug plans. If you are on a standalone drug card, I would highly recommend getting a review of your current plan to ensure that it will still be suitable for you next year. There are plans being discontinued and plans with huge rate increases. Many of you will be impacted, but don't stress. We've got you covered. Give us a call for your free, no obligation education. Call I Will Advisors, your Medicare experts, at 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080. Again, that's 954-753-8080.
Hello, this is Mike at Friendly Tire. I've been in business 30 years at the same location and offering great deals on new and used tires. I have many suppliers. Whatever car or truck you have,
Where am I?
get you incredible deals on any tire. I also do tire repairs at very low prices. Give me a call. My number is 954-977-9445. I will give you a price over the phone on new and used tires. Again, my number is 954-977-9445. Thank you.
Halloween is over, but Costume World is gearing up for the holidays and has you covered. Maybe you want to dress up as Santa this year. Make sure they go to Costume World first. Perhaps you've got some elf to dress, or you've decided to be the Grinch this holiday season. Costume World has everything you need for all your costume needs. Halloween may be over, but there's always opportunities to dress up. And when you think dress up, think Costume World. Costume World, 2313 Northwest 30th Place, Pompano Beach.
Last night, right before I went to sleep, Kathy and I were watching Jerry Reed singing Eastbound and Down on YouTube, and I've had that song in my head all morning. Eastbound and Down. Jerry Reed from Smokey the Bandit. And it's driving me nuts. I love that song, but it's driving me nuts. It is a great song.
Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve will be joining us in progress after the next break. And it is Christmas shopping season. And today, Mike Lindell at MyPillow.com released early his Black Friday Thanksgiving specials. These were not supposed to be released until Thursday morning, and they are there now. The Black Friday specials at MyPillow.com are huge. You know, they have, and I've never seen these before. With our promo code Kane, they're great deals too. I've never seen these before. Mike Lindell has Christmas pillows, like for the couch and chairs. They're normally $59.98. The Christmas pillows are just $19.98 with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. And they are really beautiful. I know my wife will love these. Got to order some of these for my wife. The My Pillow slippers for both men and women. Some big announcements about this. Huge discounts, just $49.98. They come in both the moccasin and the slip-ons, but for the men, Mike Lindell just released, in all the styles and colors, a whole bunch of new sizes for men. Large sizes, wide sizes that he didn't have before. And the slip-ons in the ladies, there's two new colors for the ladies with the slip-ons, pink and purple. Although maybe lavender. I'm not too good with, I don't know if it's purple or lavender. You guys could take a look and let me know. The slippers are just $49.98, $90 off with the promo code Kane. And the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper, 50% off with our promo code Kane. Now listen, you can take advantage of all the specials at MyPillow.com with our promo code Kane, not just the ones I highlight, but these all make great Christmas gifts. And that 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper, get it for your significant other. You get to sleep on it too, right? And get the benefit of it. It'll change your life, that 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper. It really will. If you're buying it as a gift for someone, the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper comes in a great package for wrapping. So go to MyPillow.com. Use our promo code Kane. The Black Friday specials are there. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879, promo code Kane, Kane. All right, so this god-awful shooting in at the gay club, and then we have this Idaho incident. And these are both terrible, terrible tragedies. God-awful. And in Colorado, I want to point out a couple things about this. In Colorado, do we have a motive on the guy that did it? We don't have a motive, but they've decided that he's MAGA. Okay? They've decided he's MAGA because his granddaddy is MAGA. I mean, come on. Give me a break. And they're really going after Lauren Boebert, who just won re-election to her second term in Congress. They're going after Lauren Boebert really hardcore because she owned a restaurant where they had open carry, right? Her and all the employees carry guns. Well, maybe there was a reason why Lauren Boebert's restaurant was never robbed or shot up. Everyone was armed. But somehow they're trying to blame Lauren Boebert for this. She's from Colorado. She's pro-Second Amendment. I don't quite get that. But do we have a motive in the gay club shooting yet? I know they got the guy, but I haven't seen a motive. I know they're saying transgender phobia, and so I don't, that's possible, but I don't know if that's true. Because remember when we had the gay nightclub shooting in Florida, in Orlando, a terrible, terrible incident at the Pulse gay nightclub in Orlando, Florida, which is now a memorial in Orlando. You can go and visit it, and it's kind of like it's just a sad place. It's really a sad place, and I think they did a good job making it a memorial for the victims that day. But that wasn't homophobia. The guy first went to Walt Disney World's downtown shopping district, downtown Disney area. It's called Disney Springs. It's a shopping district at Walt Disney World on Disney property. And he went there to shoot that place up. And there was a concert going on that night at the House of Blues. And there were a lot of police officers there with guns who could shoot back. So he went to the nightclub because they didn't have guns. So I don't know if they can blame this on homophobia just yet. They run to that, but that's not always the case. A lot of times people target places that are gun-free zones. I don't know. But this is something that I think is important. We have these two terrible tragedies. Idaho, these kids that were killed, and the gay nightclub in Colorado, both terrible tragedies. And they're talking a lot about gun control, and they're blaming Lauren Boebert because she carries and all of this, right? Well, correct me if I'm wrong. While we don't have a suspect in the Idaho slayings of these kids, we do know the murder weapon was a knife. Look at what was done with a knife. How many people were killed in that house? Including a man. So why are they not blaming the knife? They're blaming the gun, and they're blaming people that support the Second Amendment in Colorado, but this other slaying, which was god-awful and it just, was done with a knife. But they're not blaming the knife. Why is that? You can do a lot of damage, obviously, with a knife. They're kind of leaving the murder weapon out in the Idaho case because it doesn't fit their... See, Democrats always rush to politicize everything without having really any information or context as to what really happened, because they always want to blame Republicans for everything. And I'll tell you this straight up, Republicans are against murder. Okay? It's not on the party platform. It doesn't have to be. It's just a given. We're against murder. All right, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. And so far as knives, you know, they talk about the murder weapon here, but not the murder weapon there. Should we require background checks on knives? Should people be required to be licensed to have a knife? I don't even think there's an age requirement. A child can go in and purchase a knife. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian.
Yes, that's me.
It's Bob in New Jersey.
All right, Bob, what's up?
Bob, Victor Ocean Zebra.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Mm-hmm.
House of Cards. These media agencies are 2 years too late right now. We have known about what has been on the laptop for a long time now. And when this finally is released, it is going to rock the world unlike anything else. The scandals will come out. On a different note, have you seen the new MTG video on Twitter?
MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene? No.
Twitter. We're off the air, of course.
Okay, I'll look during the break, but let me talk about the laptop. See, this is what I was talking about this earlier. This laptop, which has now been confirmed as authentic and nothing has been added to it by liberal CBS News, we're about to have major House hearings. If you are a liberal, you don't know about the laptop. If you don't follow politics, you don't know about the laptop at all. You think there was some Russian disinformation thing that came out a couple years ago, and that's all you know. And I think it was Jim Jordan. It may not have been Jim Jordan, but one of the high-profile Republicans in the House preparing for these hearings, they're going to haul in all the 50 intelligence officials that signed that document that said that the laptop was fake and Russian disinformation. They're going to put them under oath in front of a committee and ask them how they came to that conclusion. This is going to be beautiful. And don't fall for this thing that it's old news. It's old news to you and me because we're up to speed. But to most people, it is not old news. They don't even know about it yet.
They have no idea. They don't even know.
Wait till the videos come in. That one video of Hunter with the terrified Russian prostitute in his living room waiting for the Russian pimp to come and pick her up. I mean, when people see these things, they're going to be like, what the heck?
Yes, and if you're watching any of the meetings on the television, these people in the House and Congress, they are shaking in their boots right now.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's right. Hey, listen, thanks for the call, all right? Listen, we're coming up on the bottom of the hour break. Steve will be joining us after the bottom of the hour. If you're on hold, stand by. Great calls today, by the way, and a lot happening. We got more to touch on, too. Our number, 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. We'll break and be right back. Way and a lot happening. We got more to touch on, too. Our number, 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. We'll break and be right back.
Bringing the heat to your radio every morning. It's the Steve Kane Show on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9. Alexa rocks, and now so do you.
How can I help you?
Just say, Alexa, play Oldies South Florida.
Okay, playing it now.
Now.
Be right back, guys.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community, have a laugh with some funny memes, and keep in touch with other good time oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies. Traffic check.
I-95 northbound at PGA Boulevard, a multi-vehicle crash is blocking the off-ramp right lane. Just be sure to use caution on the approach to the scene. So far, there is no major delay. If you're heading into Martin County, I-95 heading northbound after Indian Town Road, a multi-vehicle crash is blocking the left lane at mile marker 89. Be sure to use caution on the approach to the scene. Just some minor slowdown so far. Beeline Highway, some minor traffic heading eastbound towards the Turnpike and I-95. We also have some light traffic on north and southbound Military Trail passing Lake Worth Road. Broward County, a center lane is blocked by a disabled vehicle along I-95 heading northbound just before Oakland Park Boulevard. This report is sponsored by Mucinex Fast Max Cold and Flu All-in-One. Celebrate comeback season with Mucinex Fast Max Cold and Flu and All-in-One. Its maximum strength formula tackles up to 9 cold and flu symptoms. Try Mucinex All-in-One and get $5 cash back to celebrate your comeback. Visit fastmaxcashback.com. Use as directed. That's traffic. I'm Chris Barr.
Do you suffer from knee pain? Have you been told that you have bone on bone or need a knee replacement? Have you been told that you have osteoarthritis? Well, then come see us at Lighthouse Medical Center. We have non-surgical solutions that include rehab and injections that can prevent you from having your surgery or
Steve Kane Show.
We've been in practice for 75 years in South Florida.
Hold on. That's our bottom of the hour break, guys. Iceman? I've not seen Iceman in so long. Welcome, everyone. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Does everyone like the video? That does me a great favor when you like the video. I was reading over the menu for Wings Plus because we got to talk about them when we get back, and they have more wing flavors than I realized. I'm making myself hungry, Carol.
Show with Brian Craig on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Yes. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve joining us. And during the break, I was reading over the Wings Plus menu. You know, Steve, I wanted to, just let me go through this, okay? Because I'm going to be over there getting some takeout over the weekend at Wings Plus on Sample Road in Coral Springs. And I was looking over the wings flavors, okay? And there's a lot we've never talked about. Now, I just want to go over these. Do you mind? It's a holiday week. Okay. Now, I just want to remind you that everything at Wings Plus on Sample Road in Coral Springs, longtime sponsor of the Steve Kane Show, is homemade. Nothing comes out of a can. Everything homemade, including the sauces. Now, because what happens a lot of times, you know, you get your favorites, and I usually go for the medium hot wings is my go-to, followed by the lemon pepper, right? They have mild, medium hot. That's what I go for. And the medium hot is the same as the medium, which is coated with a margarine hot sauce blend, but kicked up a notch. And then they have hot wings, which is coated with hot sauce. Then they have X Hot, and then they have XX Hot. But they have some flavors, most of which I didn't know exist. Okay, listen to this. These are the specialty sauces for the wings at Wings Plus. It's not just lemon pepper. We talk about lemon pepper a lot because that's your favorite. Listen to this. They have, there's some other ones that I'm going to introduce you to right now. They have Cajun, which is a hot sauce with a secret blend of Cajun seasoning. Garlic sauce, minced sweet garlic added to the wings after the sauce. Barbecue, which is coated with open pit barbecue sauce. Oh my goodness. That's probably going to be the next one. That's what I'll get when I'm over there this weekend. Honey coated wings. The key, I can hear you whispering, Steve. The Key West, which is coated with a hot Carolina barbecue sauce. Steve's favorite, which is the lemon pepper, but there's also teriyaki, Jamaican jerk. No, that's not Wayne. He's a Jamaican who is a jerk. They have Jamaican jerk wings. No, I'm sorry. I don't want people to think, Parmesan, sweet and tangy wings, honey mustard, raspberry, bourbon sauce, which is a sweet glaze made with brown sugar and bourbon, sweet baby Ray's garlic Parmesan, and and there's a few others too. I didn't realize they had so many flavors for the wings at Wings Plus on Sample Road. Now listen, Wings Plus, located on Sample Road in Coral Springs, is about a mile west of University on the south side of Sample Road. When you stop in, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the Steve Kane Show. Oh, these sound so good. I don't know. We'll find out today.
Find out, we'll let you know, because if they're open and you're not tied up for Thanksgiving.
Well, we don't know yet, Steve. We should wait till tomorrow to tell people about that, because we don't know. But if somebody does know, let us know. But I tell you what, they're open the day before and the day after. And if you go in and you get the wings from Wings Plus, you can get them early and reheat them. They'll tell you how to reheat them if you ask them. I do this all the time.
The football playoffs are coming. It's a great way to get have a halftime party with Wings Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Pick them up when the halftime comes.
That's right. All right, well, before we get started, some people have been holding for a while. Let's take one or two calls, then we'll get into this stuff. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Wallace from Kentucky. Good morning.
Hey, Wallace.
Coming out pretty much of a Republican October surprise. And
it was.
Yeah, exactly. It was suppressed by the media. If you've ever heard of it, this is the reason of the Democrats and have such control over the media, Hollywood, the press, the school system. Back in 1958, there was a book written by a former FBI agent called The Naked Communist. I don't know what.
Called the what? The Naked what?
The Naked Communist.
The Naked Communist. Okay. Oh, okay.
Right. 1963 is entered in a congressional record during a congressional hearing about communism and its influence in the United States. If you would take a minute of your time, now I know you're very busy, Brian, you would be shocked by the list of things that were put in this book that have already come through, and some of them, just to name a few of them, get control of Hollywood, get control of the school systems, the media. It discusses gun control, the sexual control of children, separating parents, divorce. You would be shocked.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised by that.
I'm surprised they put it in a book in the 50s to let everybody know what was going on. Well, you know, here's the thing about the media. Most people there's different types of media. You have your local media and you have your national media. When you go to the national media, by the way, I'm going to let you go, Kentucky, because there's a lot of noise in the background, but thanks for the call and the info. If you go to the national media, most of the people that you see on camera or are in positions of power are very well-connected people, usually connected to people in politics. So, you know, there's a very incestuous relationship between the media and the government. And they hire their friends. So that's basically what it is. The national media is really a small little club. So, you know, I was talking though, Steve, before we get back to the laptop, you know, these two terrible mass murders, the gay club and the Idaho incident. The gay club, they're attacking Lauren Boebert because she's a Second Amendment supporter. They're blaming guns. But in Idaho, they're not blaming knives. And those multiple murders were done with knives. Yeah.
Knives are where it's at now. To the year, you hardly hear about gun killings anymore. Everything is done with a knife.
Well, there's no background check required for knives.
Absolute. It's open season if you got a knife.
Well, I'll tell you, Steve and I have been calling for this for many years, and no one has answered the call. And the call is simply for some common sense knife control legislation. You know, a lot of people may not be aware of this. You know, you can go to any store without any ID or background check and even be underage and walk out with a knife. That's true. Yeah.
The bad guys have wised up. When I say especially in New York, I get, as most of you know, I get a lot of my information from my.
What, from Fox?
It's
yeah.
In the New York Post, because that's where I get all my New York news. Every crime is with a knife now.
Do you know knives? You know, you can't even do a check on a knife because there's no serial numbers required. There's no licensing required. You know, my wife and I, we just bought 2 sets of those Ginsu knives. They'll cut anything. And yeah, we just called a number and ordered them, and they sent them to the house, and that was it. I mean, they didn't ask us for anything. And they sent us these weapons, these Ginsu knives. You know, I'm not trying to be funny or cute, okay? But here's the thing. What the liberals are doing in Colorado is irresponsible and disgusting. First off, to my knowledge, we don't even know what the motivation was of the shooter. They assume it was homophobia or transphobia. That may not be the case. I was talking about in Orlando. It was the Pulse nightclub, sadly, was a target of opportunity because it was a gun-free zone. That's why he went there. And if you notice, this one here, the guy that stopped him, it's a strange story. The guy that stopped the gunman in Colorado in the gay bar is a straight guy that was in the gay bar with his family. You see this? I know, it seems weird. You with us, Steve? Did I lose you? The guy that stopped the shooter in the gay bar is a straight guy who was at the gay bar with his family. I don't know the whole background of what that's about, but yeah, he was stopped by a straight guy. He was on TV last night talking. I mean, he was really heartbroken. It's terrible. Luckily, he was stopped. 5 were killed, 20 shot, and maybe the number may be higher now. But they've done 2 things.
Sure, things get even crazier now than the election.
Well, it's holiday season, and people get nuts this time of year. A lot of depression. But you know, this thing in Colorado with the gay club, what the media are doing and what the Democrats are doing is irresponsible. They're doing two things. First off, they're assuming the motivation is homophobia or transphobia. I don't know where they get that from. But then again, they take the responsibility away from the shooter and blame Lauren Boebert and people who support the Second Amendment to the United States Constitution and not the killer. Now, we're coming up on our last break of the hour. If you're on hold, stand by. We'll take some calls after the break. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. Steve is here. I'm Brian. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. We will be here live all week, including Thanksgiving morning and Black Friday, taking your calls live on the show on both of those days. Back after this. 2631. We will be here live all week, including Thanksgiving morning and Black Friday, taking your calls live on the show on both of those days. Back after this. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. A self-imposed ban? Why, Gloria? Where am I? Let's see here. Yeah, it was a veteran. I'm just reading the story now. A 15-year Army veteran, identified as one of the patrons of Club Q in Colorado Springs, helped subdue the gunman that entered the bar and opened fire. He was with his wife and daughter. He grabbed the shooter's pistol and hit him with it. All right, I'm coming back. All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here. The phones are ringing. Our number, 888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's the mask lady from Boca.
Hey, Louise.
Yeah. Hi there, Steve and Brian. I just heard that the straight man in that bar, nightclub, was a friend. They went to see a family friend perform.
He was with his wife and daughter.
but they went to see a family friend perform. Gay, you know. No, just a quick. I'm so sick of hearing gay, straight. I mean, are we supposed to daven? I mean,
Are we supposed to what? Well, it was a gay bar that was attacked.
no, I'm just saying the whole gay, straight thing. Oh, they came out of the closet. Oh, wow, they're gay. Oh, who cares? Who gives a crap? I'm so...
I tell you, this is so true, though. If what's controversial today is not coming out as gay, it's when someone comes out as straight. That's more uncommon than coming out as gay. Coming out as gay is like boring now.
Why do we have to hear about it? Do you?
Well, when there's a club called Club Q, that's a gay club, and there's a mass shooting event, the fact that it's a gay club is relevant.
No, I'm not talking about that incident. I'm just saying in general, I'm so tired of hearing it. You know, people...
Yeah, the whole woke thing is just old.
Well, the trans... no, it's in...
Oh, I'm Jewish. Who the hell cares if you're gay, if you're straight? You got to announce it.
Well, no. The problem is what's happened here. The Democrats, the liberals, have lost their minds, and what's happened here is the gays have achieved everything they ever fought for. There's gay marriage in all 50 states and the U.S. territories now. People are out and about everywhere. But the problem is, it's kind of like with the black civil rights organizations. They won the war, but they still have all their organizations in place where people make a lot of money on victimhood. So people in these activist circles are looking for more trouble to cause because they want to keep the money coming in to their organizations. That's it. I mean, there's everything that the gays ever said they wanted to achieve so far as civil rights has been achieved. So now what are they doing? They're trying to have transgender people put on strip drag shows among school children. Now, it's getting weird.
It is weird and ridiculous.
It's been weird for a while.
Do we have parades? Oh, how about a Catholic parade? How about a Jewish parade? How about a Republican parade? I mean, they have to have parades, flags. Oh.
Do you know why there are gay parades? To hook up and meet people. That's why they have gay parades.
The culture is part of their identity. It's become part of their identity.
But folks, I just think these labels, and it's ridiculous.
I'm with you.
I don't go around.
What do you mean labels? You called in and said, this is Louise, the mask lady. That's a label you like. You like being known by the label of mask lady.
Because you folks called me that.
Now you're calling yourself that, though. You said, this is Louise, the mask lady.
Well, I'm just identifying myself.
No, you're labeling yourself. I saw a couple. I know it wasn't you because it was a couple, but they were walking out of a department store, husband and wife, and each of them had not just a mask on. They had, what are those masks that you can't breathe out of? They had the RU98, whatever that mask is that you can't breathe through. And husband and wife what are they going to give each other COVID? They live together. It's so ridiculous.
Oh, they came out of a store. So
they were in the parking lot. Oh, they were around other people. Oh.
Chance to get it off. I do the same thing. If I'm carrying or wheeling a cart rather, I don't have a chance to take the mask off. And
I don't own a mask. Do you own masks or use disposables?
No, I have ones that I can wash.
Oh, you wash them. All right, take care. Oh, my goodness. She's got a lot of time on her hands. Good morning, you're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, it's Rod from Coconut Creek. How you guys?
All right, Rod.
Hey, good. Listen, regarding the media, it's a cult. These people all hang out together. They're only friends. And it's, like you say, it's managed and controlled by just a handful of people. And,
well, wait a minute. I'm going to slow down here a little bit. Okay, I don't want to, these groups that have things, right? Like we have our MAGA events. MAGA people just the other day when Trump was making his announcement, showed up en masse on Southern Boulevard in Palm Beach just to be close to Mar-a-Lago. So we have events and we wear our MAGA gear, you know, so people like groups. People like groups.
Right, I agree. But the media will always lie about Trump and Republicans, and they'll never tell the truth about Biden and Democrats.
Oh, no, they're telling the truth now. CBS News confirmed that everything on the laptop is accurate and true.
5 years later.
Better late than never. The hearings are going to start in a couple of months. This is great. I told you, I've been talking about this is amazing because I've been following this. The Republicans are going to call every one of those 50-plus intelligence officials who signed that letter before the election and said that the laptop was Russian disinformation. They're all going to be called in front of the committee and put under oath and questioned about that.
About that, let's see if it happens.
It is going to happen. It is. Jim Jordan's been talking about it. He's going to be chairing the committee.
No, listen. I'm wondering if those agents will actually testify or if they will try to get out of it.
No, they're all retired officials like FBI and CIA directors and stuff. It's going to be huge. Hey, listen, thanks for the call. No, this is massive. But I just want to play one last thing. This is Nicole Wallace. She's talking about who's at fault for the shooting at the gay club. I think it's the shooter, but Nicole Wallace has other ideas.
Is sort of the clash in our civilization right now, that the antidote to hate is tolerance. And I think that all kids, everyone is born tolerant. You are taught the hate. But it is tied to...
I thought, unless you're white and you're born racist, according to critical race theory. They tell us that on MSNBC all the time.
Directly to Republican movements all across this country. At the state, local, and federal level, they're trying to suppress the teaching of tolerance and diversity and identity. And they are, at this very same moment in the very same policy platforms, advocating for free and easy access to guns. This is such a huge fissure in our politics and our parties.
It is. And I think that there are two things when we look at this from a political context we can keep in mind at the same time. One is it's true that there is an increase in anti-gay, anti-trans legislation and rhetoric.
Well, I'm sorry, there's an increase. The trans people are going into schoolrooms, classrooms during school hours and putting on strip shows. And we have to pass new legislation to stop that. I'm sorry. If they'd stop doing strip shows in the public school classrooms, we wouldn't have to pass legislation stopping it.
Coming from the right. That is true. But the other thing that is true is that on balance, in the biggest picture, the bigots and the people that are stoking this hatred are losing. And they're losing badly, and they are not in control, right? They think that this might be a way to get in control by menacing drag shows. And there was I don't think we've mentioned that was a drag show at Club Q that was happening that night. They think that by menacing marginalized groups and threatening them and putting new laws into place that puts them in control. But what it actually is kind of this gasp over a movement that is losing.
Okay, yeah, lose. We just got rid of Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, we just fired Pelosi. Steve, there's a good... I haven't heard any... Yeah.
Doesn't have kids.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So how's he supposed to know what the parents are upset about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's very possible that this shooter at the gay nightclub's a gay guy. Very possible. And if that's true, this story will disappear instantly. They'll move on. The press will move on. No need to cover this point further. The Pulse nightclub, the guy that did the shooting up there, he was closeted gay. They had found ads that he had put on gay dating apps. Grindr. I remember that. That's been totally covered up. Now, I want to tell people about EET Services, our fence and gate repair experts that did just a wonderful job repairing your fence and your gate, Steve. And this is a terrible thing that's going on in the fence and gate business. Other than EET Services, these other companies just don't do repairs. These companies got a racket going. They all have this. They had like a summit meeting, Steve, of all the fencing companies, and they all decided they will not do repairs and force people in South Florida to buy new fences and new gates, even if they don't need them and just need a simple repair. And it's crazy, but it's true. And EET, they do repairs on gates and fences. Now, if you need a new fence or a new gate, they'll do that for you. But if you just need a simple repair, they'll take care of it for you. They're family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, have been in business for over 20 years, and they work on all types of fencing: iron, aluminum, PVC, chain link, wood, and if there's any other materials I didn't mention, they do those too. Those are just the only ones I know of, but I'm not the fence and gate expert. They are. They work on both residential and commercial. So, if you got an HOA, you got a gate, you need a repair or a new gate, they can help you with that. They offer 15% off if you're a first responder, military, or a teacher. And get this, they'll beat any competitor's price. So if you have an estimate on a new gate or fence from a company, they will beat any competitor's price, and no job is too small. There's no minimum charge for work like the other companies have. And EET give you free estimates, and the work is just spectacular and beautiful. I've saw what they did with your gate and fence, Steve, and they did a great, masterful job. Yeah, and it matches the rest of the fence, which is very important. I'm going to give you their number, and they cover the entire South Florida area, 561-255-1170. 561-255-1170. When you call, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio. 561-255-1170. All right, we're going to come back for the final hour of today's show. And again, I know this is a holiday week. A lot of people are off. I'm noticing fewer cars on the highway looking out at US 1 this morning. Hey.
I mean, worthy of discussion issues. And did you hear about the railway?
Yeah, well, we'll have to talk about that after the break because we're up against the break, okay? We'll take our break for the top of the hour. When we come back, we'll go to the phones. If you're on hold, stand by. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve's here. I'm Brian Craig. 888-GO-KANE-1's our number. We'll be back right after this. The top of the hour. When we come back. Hey, how's it going? This will be the last time you see me here. They're moving me to Palm Beach next week. Up on Forest Hill and Military. So that might be better for you. You're up always north here. Okay. Yeah, next week I move up there.
So yeah, get that to Lori.
I will.
I was going to pay for the whole to 2023.
Get what?
I need to.
Oh my goodness.
I've been making some freaking.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my. Well, they're going to be very happy today.
My accountant said to me, he goes, just pay for all of next year.
Oh my goodness. I wish I could get Steve to do that for me.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you later.
Oh my good. They'll be very excited. Thanks a lot, Tom. Oh my goodness. All right, take care. Is it going to be a year till I see you?
No. We'll stop by, or I'll have Sue. Sue wants to come and meet you.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. The place up there is a lot nicer.
When are you going?
The end of next week is supposed to be the first show, but the studio's not done yet. That's why this place is all torn up. Yeah. All right, I'll see ya.
We're like to 45th Street now. I-95 heading northbound is also pretty slow from Forest Hill Boulevard up to 45th Street. The turnpike also slow northbound past the Southern Boulevard.
That's one of our sponsors I was talking to.
Also slow now from Plantain Road to Boynton Beach Boulevard. Usual delay south formed on 95 heading
What's up?
Construction work.
Oh, I know, it's fine.
Yeah, your wife won't pick it up. That won't be regifted. Head to eBay Motors. Millions of parts and accessories at the right price. There's something for every car member on your list, and with the money you save, you can pick up something for yourself too. Happy holidays indeed. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. That's traffic. Chris Barr.
Here's your True Oldies ABC News Update.
ABC News Now. I'm Tom Rivers. We're learning more about the man being called a hero.
I can't tell you why. There's always something going on off the air, and I can't tell you guys. Before I live streamed, we used to do the show, and I didn't live stream on any platforms. We could talk more freely. But what happens, it's like the real world. Watch what happens when they forget the cameras are rolling, so I always got to be careful.
Get the AR away from him. And the kid did it. And then I started wailing on his dude.
Yeah, Jeff Remaine's calls are always good. Hear that? There's a liberal on the floor beneath us. He likes to drill during the show.
268. More bodies are found beneath collapsed buildings. Ukrainians face a bleak winter ahead. Rolling blackouts will continue through March, according to one of the country's energy chiefs. The Russians continuing shelling power plants across Ukraine. This is ABC News.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right. I gotta try that Febreze car. Just right, just right, just right. La 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 la.
Oh my goodness, guys. Holiday weeks are, no, it's a drill. No, I got one more week here. At the end of next week, I'm supposed to move. But I don't know if it'll...
Just call in 888-GO-CANE-1. Hello. You'll thank us later. The Steve Kane Show with...
Yes. We are back. I'm Brian Craig. Steve is here, and if you hear any strange sounds, they're doing construction on the floor beneath me. And they're doing heavy drilling, Steve. So there's a lot of vibration going on, a lot of noise, but that's okay. That's okay. The show will go on, and I got some really good news for you that I'll give to you after the show, Steve. You're going to be very excited. Oh, yeah, it'll be good news. It'll be a very good day for you guys in the Kane household today. But you got to wait an hour to find out. I can't tell you on the air. I know. It's it's one of those things. All right. Well, listen. We are going to be here all week long, both Thursday and Friday, Thanksgiving and Black Friday. We will be here live on the show, and we got our cruise coming up at the end of January, first week in February. We'll have a full week off then. But the last few years, we've worked and been on the air live on Thanksgiving and Black Friday, and the reason that is I get up early anyway. If we didn't do the show on Thursday, I'd still be up at 4 or 5 in the morning. So why not come in here and keep our listeners company? And a lot of people are alone on the holidays too, but we'll be here with you, keeping you company. And I don't use holidays in a liberal way, okay? But Thanksgiving, Black Friday, New Year's, Christmas, Christmas Eve. We will not be here live on Christmas if that's during the week. That's one day that we most definitely take off. But we do broadcast on most holidays. And in fact, I went to broadcasting school, actually. And I remember my first day of broadcasting school, the teacher, who was a DJ at a big FM station in Miami at the time, gave everyone in the class a dictionary. He said, look up holiday. And he said, take an ink pen and cross that word out. There's no holidays in radio, he said. That was the first thing I learned in broadcasting school. But that's okay. I like coming in on Thanksgiving, actually. And we do take calls, and it's typically a pretty hot day. Christmas is on Sunday this year, I just found out. Okay, so we will definitely not be here on Christmas. Anyway, our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. This story, though, the caller before the top of the hour about CBS confirming the laptop. They confirm, Steve, the laptop, which I believe is the first October surprise in the history of the Republican Party. They did not only report on CBS News yesterday the laptop 769 days after the New York Post broke the story. They went to great lengths to confirm the information on it is true. And, the laptop, Hunter Biden hates his father. It's obvious, and he left the Well, the reason he hates his dad is because if you ever hear Joe talking, he's always talking about Bo. And Bo is always the favorite son who was supposed to take over the family business of being an elected corrupt public official. And Joe just has never done right by Hunter. I mean, look at what he's done. Hunter Biden is a victim of every addiction and vice known to man, right? If there's an addiction or a vice, he's got it, a negative one, right? And what does he do? What Joe and Jill Biden do with... Now, Hunter is not Jill's kid. She raised him, but this is from his first wife, right? The one that sadly passed. But the worst thing you can give a drug addict is money, 10 cents. But you give a drug addict 10 cents and they'll find 10 cents worth of drugs. And he gives Hunter endless amounts of money, millions of dollars in some instances. And look at him. I mean, he looks like hell. And he's just used and abused him. And he left the laptops at that repair shop on purpose to get even with his dad. And what CBS News did, though, is amazing. They're very liberal. Remember, CBS News is as liberal as it gets. And they went out to computer experts and had them analyze the data and not only confirm that it was real, that it was Hunter's, but that no data had been added to it. that everything that was released is true and accurate and was placed there by Hunter. And Hunter Biden did what no criminal in the history of organized crime has ever done. He documented all the crimes in writing. And he had his phone connected to his laptop, so every email and text message he sent or received is on the laptop. So when these hearings start in January and February, these are going to be bombshell hearings. You and I know about all this stuff, but most people don't. And it's not like you bring up a witness that you can discount and say, well, they got an axe to grind and we don't believe this person, or something happened. The witness are the criminals themselves. This is all incriminating. It's Hunter Biden himself. And that's, you can't say it's not true. It's what it is. You've got the witness indicting themselves. And it's going to be beautiful. So let me play, this is CBS News in their report on the laptop yesterday.
Republicans take control of the House. Hunter Biden, the president's son, will be a target for investigations. And that means data from a laptop reported to belong to Biden could be crucial to the investigatory process. CBS News has obtained its data not through a third party or political operative, but directly from the source, who told us they provided it to the FBI under subpoena. And we commissioned an independent forensic review to determine its authenticity. Senior investigative correspondent Catherine Harris joins us now with what we found. Catherine, I'm very interested. Good morning.
Good morning, Tony. These House Republican investigations are coming, and that could be a challenge for the White House as we head into 2023 and 2024. The laptop data we had analyzed showed no evidence it was faked or tampered with.
Digital forensic investigator Mark Lanterman was previously a member of a Secret Service electronic crimes task force.
There was one thing that got my attention, and that was a voicemail.
Dad, I called and told me I love you more than the whole world, pal. I gotta get some help.
That voicemail, apparently from Joe Biden during his son Hunter's drug addiction, is one of many findings Lanterman used to authenticate what is believed to be Hunter Biden's laptop data.
You're confident, based on your analysis, this is Hunter Biden's data and that it's real?
Yes.
This Delaware computer shop is where the laptop's backstory begins. Their records indicate in April 2019, Hunter Biden took his laptop in for repair, but never paid. After 90 days, the store considered it abandoned. Then in December 2019, the FBI subpoenaed the store's owner to turn over the computer and a portable drive of its data.
Whatever happened to Hunter?
During the 2020 election, versions were widely shared by Republican operatives, including Rudy Giuliani.
We have the entire hard drive.
But questions were raised about whether additional files were added to those versions. Then candidate Biden labeled the laptop controversy disinformation.
What he's accusing me of is a Russian plant.
CBS News approached the lawyer for the computer repair shop owner to cut through the noise.
We've always had one clean copy.
And obtained a copy of what he says they provided the FBI under subpoena. Then we went to Minneapolis for an independent analysis.
Were you paid by CBS or anyone else to analyze the data?
No. I wouldn't want anyone to think that someone bought our opinion.
Around the corner, it'll lead you to what we call our imaging room.
Lanterman and his son Sean, both digital forensic experts, recovered images of credit cards, a driver's license, social security number.
Just the sheer volume of what we're dealing with, it would be difficult, if not impossible, to fabricate.
And explained how files built up over years.
It accumulated over time, which is consistent with normal, everyday use of a computer.
There's some reporting about folders being added.
We have read these articles. We don't see that.
Okay. I have never seen a liberal news organization go to such extensive effort to verify facts being true, Steve. Why do you think CBS, as liberal as they are, went to such an extreme to verify the authenticity of the laptop?
They have an idea of how damaging this is going to be when it all comes out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be, over the last couple of years, we've seen a lot, right? We've seen all these videos, these sex videos, like the one with the Russian hooker that was terrified and all those other things. That's all from the laptop.
Good morning.
And if you're not a MAGA person, you probably don't even know about it, any of this stuff. He also, yeah.
So I don't get...
No. Biden doesn't even know where he's at half the time. But but he's gotten away with crime for so long without consequences. Why should there be consequences now? He's fearless.
Figures he's going to beat it in the end.
Correct. He's got nothing to worry about. He's been doing crime his entire life. And he's never had a single consequence. Exactly. So why should there be consequences now? No. All right, now listen, we're going to take our break. When we come back, we'll take some more calls. I mean, this is huge, and I'll tell you why in a little more detail when we get back. It's the Steve Kane Show. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. We'll take that break and be back after this. Free, 1-888-GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. We'll take that break and be back after this.
The Steve Kane Show, telling it like it is, whether you like it or not. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, we are back, and it's time to check in with your attorney, Steve. Attorney Barry Siegel from the Siegel Law Group. Barry Siegel, good morning. We're doing great. How are you?
They have family and friends coming into town to celebrate, or some of us are going to other places around the country to meet with our family and celebrate together and just have some nice family time together. So this is the time to be thinking, as you're looking around the table, the people, some of them may be in your estate plan, some as beneficiaries, some as fiduciaries like trustees, powers of attorney, making healthcare decisions, some as both. And, what I would just suggest is, give it some thought, enjoy yourself, but just give it some thought over the week and the weekend about the people that you're looking at. Are these the right people now to be in your estate plan? You may have put them in the past, and maybe they were the right call at the time, but now maybe they're still the right call, but maybe they're not. And if there are some new people that you want to consider adding as trustee, power of attorney, guardians for your minor children, it might be a good time to talk to those people to see if that's something they're willing to do. So all I'm saying is enjoy your holiday and just give some thought to the people you're putting in place to protect your loved ones.
Yeah, and maybe you'll see somebody over there with the turkey that you said, you know what? Maybe they shouldn't be inheriting anything from me. And you can call Barry for that too. I'm sure that happens a lot. Now listen, it's always a free consultation with the Siegel Law Group if you mention you heard attorney Barry Siegel on the radio. And Barry has offices throughout South Florida, Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade, his primary office here in Boca. But no matter where you are in the state of Florida, the Siegel Law Group can help. You can find them online at siegellawgroup.com or give them a call toll-free, 855-FLA-3782, 855-FLA-3782. Barry, I don't know what your schedule is. Steve and I will be here Thursday and Friday. If you wanna call in on Friday, we will be here live on Black Friday. But if not, enjoy the weekend.
All right, wonderful.
All right, take care. We'll be right back.
And get ready to be triggered. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, and speaking of the weekend, tomorrow, which is the beginning of the weekend for most people, but not for us. Tomorrow I'm going to be over at Friendly Tire in Margate. I got to get new tires for my wife's car, Steve. And my wife's car, she has a Mini Cooper with run flats. And, when my wife wanted to buy the Mini Cooper, I knew I had one many years ago. Remember I was almost killed in my Mini Cooper years ago, Steve? Somebody drove into me going 75 miles an hour and hit the driver's side of my car on I-95. I thought I was dead, but I survived because they're well-made cars. But anyway, that was when they first came out years ago when they came back. But when my wife wanted to get a Mini Cooper this time, I told her those run flats run flats are expensive. They're cool to have until you got to buy one, I told her. And I said, I don't. And she said, no, Friendly Tire. So before we bought the car, I called Friendly Mike at Friendly Tire and talked to him about run flats. And then the deals are so good. It's like buying regular tires. So we got the car. And if you have run flats like my wife, don't fear. Call Mike at Friendly Tire in Margate. All the cars in my family and in Steve's family are on the road on tires from Friendly Tire. They have prices on new and used tires. They have thousands of used tires in stock, but their new tires, the prices are lower and more affordable than you will find anywhere. And when you call Mike at Friendly Tire, he'll give you a quote right over the phone. That price he gives you is out the door and on the road, because he doesn't charge you to mount the tire, balance the tire, or even dispose of your old tires, okay? Here's his number, 954-977-9445. By the way, he's open on Black Friday and on Saturdays, 954-977-9445. That's Friendly Tire in Margate. I'm going to be over there tomorrow getting the run flat tires for my wife. All right, so we are back, and, you know, this is the thing about the laptop. Because remember, we were talking last week, a lot of conservatives are doom and gloom. They're never, but what about this? And why did it take so long? These hearings are about to happen. And what's happened here now with CBS News is as liberal as it gets. You just don't hear about them very often because you don't watch the evening news and they don't have a cable news outlet. They are as liberal can be. And they have confirmed not only every detail in the laptop, they went above and beyond and confirmed that nothing has been added to it that Hunter didn't put there. So the liberals have now just confirmed everything. People that get their news from the mainstream news that are not MAGA people don't even know the laptop exists. They forgot about that thing 2 years ago, that Russian disinformation thing. The things from the laptop we've been seeing on Newsmax, One American News, Fox for years now, including the videos and screenshots of the email. But not to people that are not MAGA. People that watch the mainstream news, Democrats and people that don't follow politics, are going to be shocked beyond imagination. And I think what's going on here, I think the mainstream media and the Democrats want Biden out of the way. And they're confirming the contents of the laptop to try to get Biden not to run. Why else would they do it? They're not doing it because they want to help Jim Jordan and his committee against the Bidens when all this comes out. I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm thinking pretty hard. Steve, I cannot think of another story where CBS News has gone to such extremes to verify the authenticity of the information. They even asked a question that's bizarre. They had the computer experts, and they said, you were not paid by anyone to do this, were you? And they said, no, we don't want people to think we were paid for our opinions. We did this for free for you, CBS News. I've never heard that asked because I wouldn't even think to ask that question. CBS went above and beyond to confirm the contents of the laptop. And I can only think that they're doing it because they want... Most people are saying, well, the hearings are going to start and they don't want to lose credibility. No, they went too extreme. These people want Biden out of the way. By the way, did you see the story about the Associated Press in Ukraine? You see this story, Steve? Well, I guess it was a week or so ago. You know, the Associated Press, they're real. This is a strange thing. The Associated Press is treated by the media as the gospel. Okay? If the Associated Press reports something, it is not to be questioned. It is considered 100% true, accurate, factual information. AP just fired the reporter that reported that Russian rockets hit Poland. And they almost got us in the Third World War about a week and a half ago. And now we know the story is not true, and the AP fired the reporter who reported it. And if you notice, the war in Ukraine is starting to wrap up now. You follow this, Steve. Ukraine's saying the war is almost over. It's going to be over by this time. It's going to be over by that time. This story is being exposed as fake news. Russia did not bomb Poland. And the reason that is because the Republicans are coming in and the Ukraine funding is going to be cut off because the House controls the Treasury. All right, our number. You with us, Steve? Because you're not? Okay. About what? The war ending? You want the war to continue?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't word it that way, but I think the Ukrainians have been on the right all along, and I'm glad to see they stood up for the Russians, and I think there are going to be some negative consequences if the Ukrainians don't follow through.
Well, we all want the war over, but the Ukrainian government has been saying over the weekend that they think the war is going to be over in a couple of months, which is about the time that the Republicans take over.
They're doing what we call in sales assuming the close. That they're making the assumption that we're going to continue to help in hopes that the assumption will prompt it to happen.
Well, everybody wants the war over, right? I mean, we don't want a war.
But do you want it over so it's over, or do you want it over so that it's just, so that we lose?
Well, we're not at war. I mean, we're not Ukraine. I mean, I'm not worried about that. No, we're not in a war to lose.
Bugs.
No, I'm worried about them getting us in World War III. These lunatics have been talking about nuclear weapons.
More likely to get in World War III if you play footsie with these guys than if you finish the job.
I was just reading during the break some up.
You don't have a comment on that?
I don't care if Ukraine is free or occupied by Russia. It makes no difference to me. I just don't care.
Very short-sighted.
Well, the communists took Vietnam, and how did that change our world? And they told us that we have to stop them, or the communists will be in Brooklyn next. So no, I'm not concerned about Ukraine. I'm not worried about it. The main thing about it, though, that this crypto scandal that Zelensky was involved in with the Democrats to pay for their midterm with the FTX crypto, that's probably one of the reasons the war's winding down too.
Can I stick a question in here?
That's fine with me.
This crypto thing, as you call it, what percentage of this money went to Democrats as opposed to Republicans?
Almost all of it. There were, I don't know all the Republicans that got money. Kevin McCarthy and about 6 other Republicans got money. And the Republicans that got money out of it, what they all have in common is they're never Trumper Republicans, which is an interesting thing. And Kevin McCarthy used the money from this FTX crypto company to support Madison Cawthorn's opponent in his congressional race. So, yeah, it's...
That I don't quite...
About 99% of it went to Democrats.
How are the anti-Trump people, how are they going to explain that discrepancy?
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, because they're working with the Democrats. These are Republicans like Kevin McCarthy that were partnered with the Democrats.
They've got to be thinking about it for themselves.
Well, it's good. I'm hoping it's going to stop Kevin McCarthy from being the speaker when the new Congress comes in January. That's what I'm really hoping. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it will. Well, it'll solve it for us if he's not the speaker. Listen, we're going to take our break from the bottom. We can talk more about this when we get back. Our number, 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. Back after this. Listen, we're going to take our break from the bottom. We can talk more about this when we get back. Our number, 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. Back after this.
Tired of boring mornings? We serve controversy with your morning coffee. The Steve Kane Show. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9. Alexa rocks, and now so do you. How can I help you? Just say, Alexa, play Oldies South Florida.
Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane Show. Yeah. Yeah, what's your name? All right, hold on. Oh, boy. Oh. Steve Kane Show. All right. Weirdos on the phone today. Anytime there's a holiday week, you get weirdos. I don't mind weirdos on the phone sometimes, but... Oh, yes. Happy Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's awesome. I'm not big on turkey. I like ham. I do like stuffing and gravy, though. I like turkey, but I like ham better. I'm getting hungry now, thinking about... Kathy bought some pumpkin pies. I've already eaten like half of one. Sometimes. But the ones that don't make it to the air... Yes, we are having turkey. I don't mind turkey. I like turkey, but I like ham better. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. I am starving thinking about gravy, turkey, and stuffing right now. Starving. There's a couple of Thanksgiving stories with Steve. I don't know if he wants me to tell. We'll see. Nine. Oh my goodness. Really? I thought turkey was turkey. All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here. You know, Steve, only 2 of the 10 Republicans in the House, only 2 of the 10 Republicans in the House that voted to impeach President Trump won re-election. That means 80% of the Republicans that voted to impeach Trump lost. That's beautiful, beautiful. Sure is great news. Well, I was going to go to the phones. We have some. What was the question? I lost track.
Do you think?
Which ones? The crypto hearings, FTX?
Yes. Do you think the Republicans are going to try to make a point of the fact that this is basically a Democratic scandal?
It's a Democrat money laundering operation. That's correct. Yes, yes.
Do you think they're going to present it that way, and how are they going to bring that up?
They're going to show. Well, they're going to show the $100,000 that your friend Zelensky bought in the FTX crypto, and then how Bankman from FTX gave 30, or actually it's up to 40 million now, 40 million of the 100,000 back to the Democrats to pay for their entire midterm election campaign, including Fetterman's campaign. They're going to show that. That's how they're going to do it. Yeah, it's going to. I'm very excited. It's going to be beautiful. The Democrats have a money laundering operation going on with crypto in Ukraine, and it's good.
How are the Democrats going to respond to that?
Panic, and then start pointing fingers. It's going to be beautiful. They're going to eat their own. They're going to eat their own because it's a huge scandal. They're going to be in a total panic over it. It's the biggest financial scandal in history, the crypto. So they're not going to be able to cover that up. And then when we find out that the Democrats were financing their whole midterm campaign on it, they're not going to be able to cover that up. It's going to be beautiful. Beautiful. Well, let's take some calls. Our number 1-888-GO-KANE-1. I am starving because I'm thinking about Thanksgiving already. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Good morning.
Jim from hometown.
Hey, Jim. What's up?
Well, there's one way to follow the money so all your listeners can understand and really go. Go to the Federal Election Commission website, the FEC.org, and put in Bankman's name on the contributor list.
Mm-hmm.
You can see all of the vendors, all of the super PACs that he paid. I looked at it. There was a $10 million deposit. There was an $8 million. And then follow the super PAC's money. The super PAC pays media companies to inject media coverage into these Democratic campaigns.
That's true.
See, it's public information. Just put Bankman's name into individual contributor.
Well, yeah, but I mean, during the hearings, how are they going to present this? How are they going to make that point?
Because it's all public information. I mean, it's all contributor information. I mean, everybody that contributes, under the Federal Election Commission rules, have to be posted. You can see upwards to $40 million of Bankman contributing.
And Bankman and because it's money laundering, and Bankman took 60% of it as his fee for laundering the money. It's beautiful. It's textbook money laundering.
On the Federal Election Commission website, and see all the vendors, new corporations, new super PACs.
Oh yeah, and one of the PACs was Nancy Pelosi's own personal PAC.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of new ones out there.
Yeah,
there's one out of Arizona that a woman had started, and she's actually a political analyst, political consultant, and she's actually running the super PAC that Bankman gave $18 million.
It's amazing. It's beautiful, and because it's super bad for them because they just happen to be laundering money through the largest financial scandal. And yeah, appreciate the call. They were laundering money through what became the largest financial scandal in the history of financial scandals. So it's too juicy of a story. There's too much of a paper trail. They're in big trouble. And it's going to be fun. I cannot wait for the hearings. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, hi, good morning. It's Nick in Coral Springs.
Hey, Nick.
I have a question to ask. It's something that Louise, the masked lady, asked. I think it was yesterday's show. She asked, whatever happened to Richie the bus driver? Could you elaborate on?
Nothing happened. Richie the bus driver, he's just hasn't been. I didn't even notice this until Louise called in and asked about it. Richie and I got into a spat. So Richie is on strike.
right now?
Of course he's waiting for you and others to mention his name. He's on strike and from calling.
He's like the best caller. I mean, he is. I love when he calls in. I really do. Also, like Juan is really good too. These are good callers because they're kind of edgy.
I didn't say that. I don't know about Juan, but I never said Richie was a bad caller. This is the deal with Richie. Okay, Richie and I know each other. I've spent like 2.5 weeks at sea with Richie on our cruises, and on our first cruise, he was right next door to me. So we were out on the balcony together during the cruise and everything. And it is true that I used to ride his bus when I was in middle and high school before I had my car. I used to ride his bus when he was a county bus driver. But Richie, his ego gets the best of him. He's got this diva attitude like he's a star. Steve and I don't have those attitudes. He's got that attitude, and he got snippy. I don't even remember what the argument was. It's like most arguments between friends. You forget what started the argument. And he's on strike. He's punishing us because the show needs Richie.
Well, and he's also he has decided just that he is, a professional and that he should be paid for his.
Really?
Deals. I understand. I understand that Richie is going to have his own show.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Wait.
Let me tell you the root cause of Richie, okay? And I did mention this last week, but you missed it, so I'll repeat it to you. The Steve Kane Show is a pretty popular program, right? Pretty well known, and I'm being modest, Steve. I don't want to pump up our egos too much, but this show's huge, right? This is the political show of record, and this show is super hot. And over the last 6, 7, 8 years, it's even grown and exploded in more popularity. And Richie hates that. Richie hates that the show has exploded in popularity over the past decade, and that we have great callers. And he likes to be the only caller. And he doesn't like that we are on YouTube and on iHeartRadio and Alexa and all this stuff. He wants it to be his own little private show where he's the star. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. And it will make up. He'll be back. But every time somebody calls in like this, the strike gets some days added to it.
And Steve, it's like the callers make up the show. That's what makes it so great. And
that's what callers think. The callers make it great.
The call's great.
Richie's was a mediocre, boring guy, and we created this whole Ralph Cramden, Richie the bus driver character out of him and pumped him up. He didn't do that himself. Now, listen, there are lots of talk shows around. This is the best talk show on the dial in the whole country. Callers, if callers made the show, Michael Savage's show wouldn't be boring. When he takes calls, he can't even he gets an old lady disagreeing with him. He's in a panic and running for the hills. No, the callers are so much better to this program because Steve and I make them better. Exactly. They're our material. They're our clay. I mean, not anybody can take a piece of stone and carve out the David in it. I wouldn't put Juan in the category of a great caller. He's an okay caller. The best? What do you think? What do you think? Of course he's listening. He'll call back another day. But Richie is not banned or anything. He called Ian, our travel agent for the cruises, and said that we banned him. We didn't ban him. He banned himself. Well, if you notice, most of the... Louise is not a fan of Richie. You think she's a fan of Richie. I give you... this is an example. The callers make the show. The callers make the show. Give me a break. Louise is not a...
Balls make the...
What do you think? I'm gonna ask you this, caller, real quick, because we're almost out of time. Louise is not a fan of Richie's. Why do you think she calls in about Richie? Oh, see, you don't know. No. Richie, okay. The mask lady is not a fan of Richie. She hates me. And she knows Richie and I have a conflict. So she's trying to bond with him out of anger towards me. Hey, listen, we got to run for the break, but thanks for the call. We'll be right back. Conflict. So she's trying to bond with him out of anger towards me. Hey, listen, we got to run for the break, but thanks for the call. We'll be right back.
The longest running radio show in the state of Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, welcome back, and it's time to check in with William Youngerman from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated with the Morning Gold and Precious Metals Report. William Youngerman, how the metals looking?
Good. We gave us a little buying opportunity yesterday, but they're back up today. Yesterday we saw gold close down $12.90 at $1,738.20, right around pretty much where the major support has been. Silver down 10 cents at $20.84. So platinum, the only gainer, was up $3 yesterday at $981, and palladium closed down $72 at $17.98. This morning we got the gold higher, up $6.80 right now at $1,745 the ounce, while silver is up 26 cents at $21.10. Platinum up $14 at $9.95, and palladium down $8 at $1,790. And that's pretty much.
You know, this obviously it's Christmas shopping season now. Yeah, we talk a lot of times. You know, coins, gold, silver, platinum. These are great gifts for the kids and the grandkids. But you also have a lot of other cool things so far as paper money goes as well. What are some of the things involving coins and paper money that make great gifts for the kids and grandkids, William?
Yeah, we have some wonderful paper money that goes back to our colonial times, as far as back in the colonies, 1780, 1790, 1770, and then and they're not necessarily very expensive notes either. So you can get a beautiful, genuine note from way back at our beginning of our country's history, as well as all kinds of coins that go from ancient Rome, Greece, and onward, and some as little as $10 or $20 for an ancient coin 2,000 years old. So we have it all in stock. And, of course, we always have the precious metals.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you will find incredible Christmas gifts at William Youngerman. If you can stop in, you should, and take a look. But you can also do business over the phone as well. He's located right here in Boca at 150 East Palmetto Park Road on the first floor of the Bank of America building, just east of US 1 Federal Highway on the south side of Palmetto Park Road. Online, WilliamYoungerman.com, or give him a call. Open today and tomorrow, but closed Thursday and Friday. Toll free, 1-800-327-5010. 1-800-327-5010. All right, William Youngerman, we will talk tomorrow. All right, back after this.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. I was a little offended by the last caller that thinks we just open up the phones and we just have thousands of talented people on our phones. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
That's Liberal Al here.
Oh yes. This is one of the guys that makes the show, Steve, according to the last caller. One of those talent-filled callers we just, out there. Oh, yeah. So Al, Al, before you get together, before you share your gems of wisdom, Steve will be with his children, his wife, his grandkids on Thursday. I'll be with my family, my child, my wife. Which Denny's are you going to be at the bar at on Thursday, Al?
I'll be enjoying Thanksgiving dinner in my sister's house.
Oh, the sister whose husband hires prostitutes. Oh my goodness. Is that guy still around?
19 years ago.
So, wait a minute. So when you're sitting around, so you think you and your brother-in-law talk about the hookers he hired with you over Thanksgiving?
No, that won't be.
No, we'll bring that up. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness.
I haven't paid for a woman in my life.
You know what? Let me tell you, let me ask you, Steve, you've got a sister, I've got sisters. If your sister's husband was hiring hookers, would you feel uncomfortable over Thanksgiving dinner? I would.
I think I'd be having Thanksgiving.
Not with that jerk around. Hell no. No way. But Al's got different rules. Anyway, Al, the reason for your call?
Well, I mean, the endorsement that Trump made was beautiful. I mean, he's just destroying the Republican Party. It's a wonderful thing to see.
Really? We just fired Nancy Pelosi from the speakership.
Fired?
Yeah, she was removed as speaker. That you lost the majority, Al. She didn't decide not to be speaker anymore. She was thrown out of the speakership position by Trump.
Okay. Trump has something.
Well, so wait a minute. Are you telling me? Excuse me. Hold on. Slow down. Slow down. Maybe I'm behind on the news. I don't want to give out inaccurate information on all these radio stations and everything. Are you telling me that Nancy Pelosi could have been speaker next year if she chose to be? That she decided on her own not to be the speaker of the House?
Yeah, she decided on her own.
Not to be, but how is that? You know, the Republicans won the House, Al, right? It doesn't matter if it's by one seat. So you're telling me that the Republicans were going to make Nancy Pelosi the speaker again?
Yeah, Lauren Boebert.
Lauren Boebert. Oh my goodness. All right, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Randall from Tampa.
Hey, Randall.
Hey, what's going on? Good to hear you, Steve. You sound like you're in better moods today. Hey, Brian.
This is one of the great callers. He doesn't know if it's day or night. Go ahead.
My hours are all jacked up. You're right.
Okay.
But, yeah, I have this theory. You know, these politicians, especially them, they don't like to spend their own money, right? They're mega donors. They don't like to spend their own money. So look at the FTX thing. I think it's a whole lot bigger than that.
See, now you got the whole thing wrong. You got the whole thing wrong, okay? FTX just got caught. The donors donate. This is how the government works, okay? You're a donor. You donate as much money as the law allows you to donate to the Democrats, and then when they get in power, they pass legislation giving you that money back many times over in government contracts and deals. The FTX thing is how every donor operates, every big mega donor. They just got caught on that one.
Well, what about the likelihood or the possibility that Burisma, it's basically an international...
Nothing's going to happen with Burisma. I mean, we're going to hear the name a lot because of the laptop hearings. But this scandal, see, this is another thing. The Democrats are so arrogant that they did nothing wrong with this money. What they did with FTX is far and beyond what they normally do. They passed Ukraine funding, an endless amount of money to Ukraine. Zelensky bought $100,000 of the cryptocurrency, right? And then about 40 million of that 100 million that Zelensky bought, Bankman gave back to the Democrats. The other 60% or so he kept as his laundering fee. That's a little more clear-cut money laundering than they normally do. They got sloppy. I don't know why they did it, but they did it. Criminals are stupid. Right? Criminals are stupid. No, we don't want to look at anything else because we've never had a clear-cut case like this before. Everything else is like innuendo, we believe, or maybe, or Blackwater donated, but then they got this contract. This is clear-cut textbook money laundering like we've never seen before. So it's not, you don't want to get sidetracked on these other things. This is the car wash in Breaking Bad, and it's clear-cut. You don't want to get all muddied with all these other things.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. I'm not trying to minimize the FTX scandal, criminal scandal at all. But I'm just saying, people need to also focus in these other countries that they've been, sending all their slush money to for decades.
No, we can't look at that because we don't have a case. We don't have the evidence. We have suspicions. We caught them. We caught them red-handed with the bag money running out of the bank. They're busted. Hey, listen, thanks for the call. By the way, it's the morning, not the night, okay? All right. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
From Detroit. I just want to say...
Hey, Teresa.
Hi, honey. I hope and pray that Donald Trump never tweets to give them guys a run for their...
Well, that's not good. Wait a minute. He has almost 88 million people that he could reach. He's running for president. If he has the ability to reach 88 million people with his thumb, he should do it. It's not the same Twitter. It's Elon Musk's Twitter now. It's owned by the richest African American. Not these liberal jerks.
Abuse him. They want to abuse him over everything.
Well, don't shoot ourselves in the foot here. He has got the ability on Twitter now to reach more people than all of the network and cable news combined in prime time.
Sam tweet.
You just said you hope he doesn't.
He even tweeted me and retweeted me when he was running.
Yeah, he retweeted me a couple times. I was so excited.
Oh, that was so fun. Anyway, I love you guys.
All right, take care. Thanks for the call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Taco Tuesday.
All right. Yes, that's another one of those great callers that make the show. Oh my goodness, Steve. Oh my goodness. I'll say, hey, listen. That's what we got. Now, I do want to tell people it is Christmas shopping season now, and MyPillow, they released 2 days early their Black Friday specials. They weren't going to release them till Thursday, but they released them today. When you go to mypillow.com, there are huge, huge savings. And there's a bunch of new products in there, including the Christmas pillows, which I've never seen before. And they are great. I'm going to buy a couple of those for my wife. And I'm not spoiling the Christmas present because we share a bank account, and she knows everything I buy. So she would know anyway later today. But they've got, Steve, they have Christmas pillows. They're at mypillow.com on the Black Friday specials that are available now. They're normally $59.98, but with our promo code Kane at checkout, just $19.98. And these are Christmas pillows like for the couch or, like a chair at home. They're decorative, but they also are My Pillows, so they're comfortable and they're really nice. And these are brand new. I've not seen these before. As far as I know, they're brand new to the site, and I would go and order those straight away because they are going to disappear. The MyPillow Christmas pillows on the Black Friday specials, just $19.98 with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. But listen, you can take advantage of any special you see at mypillow.com with our promo code, not just the ones we highlight. I also want to mention the slippers. All these make great Christmas gifts. The slippers, there's some new things to announce about the slippers. Of course, they're $90 off with our promo code Kane, Kane. But they have some new sizes and colors in. For the men, they have new extra large sizes, the bigger sizes that a lot of guys, and you need the wide shoes, the big width. They have those now in the MyPillow My Slippers for men. Well, the new colors are for women, but you might like them, Steve. In the slip-ons, they have two new colors for the ladies: pink and lavender, and they're very pretty. And those will be the ones for Steve. If you guys want to get Steve the slippers, get the lavender. But no, the lavender and the pink and the slip-ons are brand new in the MyPillow My Slippers. They're $90 off. And the larger size and the wide width, those are new sizes they have for the men too. So they do. They do have a green, and it is. I just noticed that. Yeah, that is a brand new color. So I take that back. They have a new color for the men too. I will certainly do that. But everything at mypillow.com makes a great gift. And again, you can use our promo code on any of the specials there, Kane, Kane at checkout. You can also order by phone, 716-4879. 1-800-716-4879, promo code Kane. Well, the rest of you on hold, I'm sorry, we are out of time for today. We'll be back tomorrow. We will also be live on Thanksgiving and Friday, Black Friday. We will be here live taking your calls both Thursday and Friday. So make sure you join us. And I know the town looks like it's shutting down already, but we'll be here with all of you. And I really enjoy doing the Thanksgiving and Black Friday show. I really do. And I know a lot of people don't have someone to spend the holiday time with, and we will be here with you, keeping you company, and you'll keep us company. All right, guys, we will be back live tomorrow. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977, celebrating 45 years on the radio, The Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. Steve Kane has been with us. God bless America, and God bless Donald Trump. 1977, celebrating 45 years on the radio. Hey, guys, I got to run. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Make sure you like the video before you leave. And if you're new, subscribe, all right? See you next time. Thanks for watching.